Hey, I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that, chat. Can you see me and hear me? Yeah, I'm not sure what just happened there. Like, it just completely went to 2 frames per second and then died. So that's a great start. The game just completely crashing.
Hey there, y'all kept a girl waiting. Now, which one's the prince? Aha! Hello, your highness. Congrats on your wedding.
Not hitched just yet.
Lady Lunafreya's groom-to-be, here in Hammerhead.
Apologies for taking so long.
You best save your apologies for Pawpaw.
Well, that makes you.
Cindy. Sid's grease monkey granddaughter.
Roll her in while I'm still young. Didn't your daddy tell you? She's a custom classic, not some beat-up old clunker. Prince Noctis.
Alright, did we get everyone in the stream back? Again, I apologize for that. Not sure what happened there.
Prince. Like they took your old man and kicked the dignity out of him.
What?
You got a long
Okay,
way to go, son. And that slackjaw's getting you nowhere fast. She's gonna take a while. Y'all get her in and run along.
Y'all heard him. Let's get moving. Right this way.
So a little bit of some added context here. So there is a film that was released before this game came out. Okay, I'll get controls here in just a moment. So there was a film that was released, another CGI Final Fantasy film called Final Fantasy 15 Kingsglaive that released before this game came out. That kind of gave you some added context as to what's going on, like what the world is like. Gives you a little bit of backstory as to what is going on at the point where I'm at the game. Unfortunately, I can't exactly stream that here. So basically what's happening is that the Kingdom of Lucis is at war with another country called Niflheim, which is much has a lot better technology, more resources, a bigger army, essentially. And the Lucians agreed to a sort of peace agreement between them and Niflheim, which is what's going on right now during the events of that film. So right now, there's this treaty ceremony going on at their hometown of Insomnia, which is where we just left. So that's really all the context that I can give immediately. But now that I think about it, I really should move myself over here. Alright, we're good. Now, hopefully we don't have any other hiccups like that. I don't think we will, because, I mean, I'm running this on a 3080. It should be just fine.
Oh, hey there, Prince. Y'all ain't never been out this way before, have you? Go on, have a look around. This'll make sure y'all don't get lost.
So actually, now that I think about it, maybe I should move myself over here. Just because I realize that I'm going to be covering up some of the dialogue.
Well, might as well make good use of the extra time.
So, I guess the health bars will just be invisible, so you just won't know how damaged I actually am.
They got Ebony out here. Oh, Ignis is...
He'll take his time, but he'll get her done.
Sometimes I wonder if it's an instinctual thing, too. I think on paper you should be able to let go in terms of equality. Both should be able to treat one another the same. But as a dude, there's always this voice in your head and your nags that you to not do anything rash. Well, I mean, I can definitely confirm some of the bits that Noctis and the crew do, like if it was me on a road trip. So there is one thing I would like to point out here. So I have a couple different outfits that I can use. And one of them is very surprising. So when this game first came out on PC, there was supposedly an exclusive promotion going on, but they didn't know how to make it exclusive. But one of the outfits that I can put on is the Black Mesa HEV suit. The Hazardous Environment suit. Hey, welcome to the stream! So, I do have plenty of outfits that I can wear. So I've got the Magitech Exos, because this will be like the pick my loadout bit. You can pick which outfit I wear. So I've got the Magitech Exosuit, the Black Mesa Hazardous Environment suit. I have Altair's outfit from Assassin's Creed with hood and, well, the hood and hoodless version. Festive Ensemble. The Chocobo Carnival tee. Not gonna do that one just yet. Or these ones, because these are all trendy outfit. That's something that I would actually probably wear in real life. Yeah, so the thing is, Final Fantasy 15 had a lot of promotions going on, so, like, they spent a lot of money trying to promote and advertise this game. So, like, in Assassin's Creed Origins, there's an entire side quest where you get to, you get Noctis's engine blade at the very end of it. But I can't say too much more because it's very obvious spoilers. But yeah, like, this is something that I would probably wear, like, in real life. Like, the jacket and the hat and so on. So I can also take the jacket off for just a regular outfit. But, so, out of all the ones you've seen, which one would you like me to use? I'm kind of leaning towards either just the basic, the casual, the Half-Life, or the Altair outfit. So, since chat picked my loadout, pick what you want Noctis to wear. And then I'll just kind of cycle through them again. And I can change this at any time, but, like, it's just what you want me to have Noctis wear throughout the entirety of this playthrough, essentially. Don't know if it's first come, first serve, but Altair sounds unique. You can cycle through the outfits over time. Okay, so we gotta vote for Altair. How's everyone doing? I'm doing well. Kind of had a little bit of a hiccup when I started the stream. Like, it went to like 2 frames per second and then just died. Don't know what happened there. I think it's just it did not like the transfer of the gameplay to the cutscene, but it's okay. I got it back up and running, so we're fine. So I think with I think I will go with Altair's Master Assassin's robe. I'll go with that one first, and then if we get other votes to change at some point, I will. Now, I don't really have anything for the other guys, unfortunately. Okay, those are the accessories. Yeah, let me see. Crown's Guard fatigues. So I've got things like, for Gladio, it's like a tank top, casual outfit. You know, I think I might just have him wear, like, like, the color kind of conflicts with, like, the leather and the black. So I think I might just keep him at his regular outfit for now. Ignis, on the other hand, is probably one of my favorite characters. Let's see what we can dress him up as. Yeah, I might just keep them all where they're at, because a lot of it is like, a lot of them are just like this black like overtone with all of their outfits, but then like when I go to some of the other ones, there's just a color conflict. So I might just keep them in their standard outfits, with the exception of Noctis, who is just dressed up like ready to take on the Templars. Yeah, so oh, he even has the sword, too. Like, he's got the scabbard, and then he's got the sword as well. Yeah, they all try to be... Yeah. Yeah, so the thing is, with the Assassin's robes actually were not added until the very last update to this game, because of the Assassin's Creed DLC was exclusive to the console versions. So let me see, what do they want me to do? Yeah, I got so caught up in my fashion sense that I completely forgot what Cindy wanted me to do.
Russian Pawpaw won't do you no good.
Okay. So let's go to...
I got a feeling our money's no good here, Noct.
Bet you Ignis came prepared, though. Let's ask him.
Enough for room and board.
Yeah, so there's also a lot of weird features of this game, too. Ah, it's the chair. I can't get away from these damn plastic
check it out?
chairs.
What is it?
So, it's an inside joke with some friends, but I used to sit in one of these plastic chairs for the longest time because I didn't have enough room in my actual desk space for a proper office chair. So anytime I play a game, I always run into these freaking plastic chairs. Yeah, but that kind of also points out another weird feature this game had. So they added a first-person mode, which is kind of strange. I mean, it works, but it's just I wouldn't find myself using it very often.
50 Gil says there's a city car in the garage.
Welcome. What can I do you for?
Sorry for the delayed response. Was fighting a boss on Dragon Quest. That's an interesting look at it from a societal perspective.
Bet you young'uns got an appetite.
Yeah, but we also have no Gil.
Info?
Good evening. Hey, welcome to the stream, Emma Lucis Kylum. We're just starting out on my adventure in the world of EOS. Welcome, welcome.
Order away.
The moment you
nasties
realize you're
here
watching a
have
Final
been a real
Fantasy
pain in
stream,
the rear.
but it reminds you of home in the Midwest.
Much obliged.
Yep. We had a bit of a hiccup at the beginning where it just the stream immediately died as soon as it switched from the cutscene to gameplay, but I think we're good now.
Appreciate it.
I'm running the game on maximum settings, so it's not like my computer is having any trouble with it.
Much obliged. Take care.
Alright, now we got some hunting
A
tasks.
moment, Noct. We've expended the last of our funds on the repairs. I suggest we confer with Cindy.
Broken down and flat broke.
Adding insult to injury.
Old man's in for both after charging us that much.
Yeah, let's pay him a visit.
So also, chat, can you hear the dialogue and the gameplay fairly well? Because every time I start a new game, I have to really, like, balance out the audio quite significantly to where my voice isn't overpowering it, and also the gameplay is still audible. This is your first playthrough? Yep. So I've beaten this game before, but this is just a fresh playthrough.
She ain't gonna be ready for a while.
Okay, cool.
Y'all need something?
Could you spare some change for us, Cindy? As for a loan.
Hate to ask, but could we borrow some cash?
Oh, now I get it. This must be what Pawpaw meant when he said he was gonna teach them boys a lesson. Told me he ought to have y'all take care of some ornery varmints that have been causing a ruckus around here. I'd be happy to pay y'all for your services if you're up to the challenge. How about it?
Sure, Cindy.
All according
let's
to
do
Sid's
it.
plan. I say we play along and teach him not to underestimate us.
But don't go running around after dark. The demons are liable to rip y'all to shreds. Here, this ought to be enough for a place to stay. Just between us, though. Don't tell Pawpaw.
It's a great game, been a great help for my mental health lately, been through quite a few times too. Yeah, this game has, like, I've always loved this game. The music especially, like, the menu music and the map music is just incredible. Like, it's just nice and relaxing to listen to, even if it is a bit quiet on my end. I might actually see about turning that up just a little bit. Sorry, but gotta say it, Cindy, the TV is
They
leaking.
got a lot of different stuff here, huh? That's how it works.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. So I know I'm getting into the menu a lot, but because I know that we have several Half-Life fans in the chat, I forgot that one of the weapons that I have is literally the crowbar from Half-Life. And then, of course, I've got the Blaze Fire Saber from, I think, Final Fantasy 13. So yeah, I'm wearing an Altair outfit, and then I'm using the Black Mesa crowbar. Yeah, so we're gonna beat these scorpion things with a crowbar.
Got all those arms at your disposal? Use them.
Let's be done with this. Excellent work. On we go.
Everyone, oh, well, as much as I'd like to stick around, I have to go to work. Alright, well, I'll see you around, Blaze. Always good to see you. It was nice hanging out in your stream a little bit this morning. Yeah, so one of Noctis's, like, primary abilities is the Warp Strike. It's kind of like his signature move, so, like, it's also a good way to move around the map as well. So he'll just literally toss his sword, crowbar, whatever, and then he'll teleport to where he tossed it. But I can't do that too much because there's the MP bar at the bottom will go...
They aren't gonna know
I'll go
I
into
am.
stasis mode, so I won't be able to do it for a little while. To roll dodge and definitely evade enemy attacks. Hold to defend against oncoming attacks.
Haven't you ever heard? The best offense is a good defense. Don't wear yourself out like that. Take cover and rest up. Don't miss!
We're on the same page.
Yeah!
So it's probably going to make me fight them until I block. There we go.
Never fear, Prompto's here.
Outstanding, Noct.
Yep. Hey! Sorry. All right. We'll be done in
I'm
no
doing
time.
homework that's due tomorrow with you on the background. Hey,
Let's
well,
get
hey,
on with it.
if I... Like, you could honestly consider this more of like a podcast in some ways, because before I did the whole Twitch thing, I
Where are
was
we headed anyway?
more of
Nowhere
a
until the
voiceover
president.
podcast
Then we
person.
head for Golden Key.
Then after that, we hop a boat, and before you know it, Loverboy's hitched.
Wait for car repairs, then wedding bells in the air. Got it.
Yeah, but this is probably one of the newest, save for Dead Space Remake, this is probably the newest game that I've ever streamed. Because I've streamed like Left 4 Dead, Skies of Arcadia, Wind Waker, so on. Because this is probably the newest game that I've streamed.
Hey, now! Warp strike to catch him off guard!
But I thought you said that I could skip the tutorial.
Must say, I'm amazed.
What can I I say?
I don't know, like, there's just something about the Altair outfit kind of just, like, conflicting with everyone else wearing black, and then I'm just, like, in a pure white suit.
Hello?
Hey, it's Cindy. How goes the hunting?
Actually, we just finished.
That's great, because I got one more hunt for y'all. Only this time, it's for a person. Fella named Dave went off, and we ain't heard from him since. Reckon he staked out a spot in an old shack nearby.
Old shack. Oh, got it. We'll take a look.
It's always amusing me to see Final Fantasy characters who, in the middle of all the mystical melee happening around them, simply go for
Needs us
guns.
to find some Dave guy.
He went missing?
Not missing. Said he's holed up in that shack.
Well, first of all, for Cindy, she's like, oh, well, I reckon he's in an old shack nearby. Cindy, do you realize how many old shacks are in the middle of nowhere? Not only that, how do you know where we are, like, specifically? I mean... So I'm gonna go for the heavy sword this time. I mean, I like the crowbar, but it doesn't do a lot of damage, even early on in the game.
What's this?
It's too bad they didn't add Sephiroth. I mean, technically, if I use the Steam Workshop, I could add Sephiroth. Like, I can... There's a couple mods that change, like, certain characters to Sephiroth.
You okay?
We are now.
Spoke too soon. I'm going all out.
Just don't get too carried away.
Sure one.
Big weapon like that, you wide open. Try another.
Ignis, if I may.
Heck, that got ugly real quick.
Hey, what about the shack over there?
And then there's just this person in a convertible over here. No, stop. Like, can you give us a ride, please? Can I jump on their car? No. They're just... This is just another day in Lucis, apparently. Like, the music just stopped until the car went away. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, I will say the car physics in this game definitely were not the best, but I mean, it's not the forefront of the game, so I'm not really too worried about it, but it's just like...
Not yet. Got a plan.
RPG heroes jumping in front of cars are a frequent problem.
Huh. What are we looking at?
This creature is known as a saber-tusk. It skewers prey with its tusks, extracting game from the safety and comfort of burrows.
That's a bit heartless.
I completely screwed it up. And I exited combat for some reason. Well, I mean, yeah, I've got this one, but there's still more.
The hunt is on. Not the time for horseplay. Didn't mean to do that. Right there. Knocked. On top of it. Was that perfect or what? I'll give you that.
Hey, who's out there?
Are you Dave?
Well, and look who's in here. The man of the hour. Dave, right? Been looking for you.
Didn't mean to cause y'all any trouble. I've been stuck here on account of my sprained ankle. Yeah, something funny about them varmints. I gave them hell, but couldn't finish the job. Still one mean mutt about. Well, y'all don't look much like hunters, but what do you say? Put that puppy to rest for me?
Let's do it for free. I'm in this more for the karma than the money.
Y'all got guts, that's for sure. Let me tell you where I last saw him.
Because, like, I try to think of it, like, in the context
Way
of
to
what
show
I
some
would do.
spunk. Now let's get ready to kick some tail.
Huh.
Because, like, if I were in this situation and I were, like, the prince of a kingdom and, you know, I needed money or something like that, and I'd be one of those, I'd be the person who would, like, do those things for free, just because
To rest up before we set out.
it's funnier when car physics make people being run over go straight up. Oh, yeah, good idea.
In that case, let's find a spot to make camp.
The hunters are really out in full force around here, huh?
So they're the new Crown's Guard or something?
Similar, though technically a civilian outfit.
They've definitely seen a lot more action than we have.
Is it cool that we rock Crown's Guard outfits?
Be worse not to. They made them especially for us.
Even got a sweet insignia on them.
In the Crown's Guard, your attire identifies you, so wear it with pride.
And another video game trope, rolling like this is faster than running, apparently.
You want to make camp?
Yeah, but, I mean, the game is just so gorgeous. I mean, just looking at this, like, I know it's kind of more of an empty wasteland right now, but just looking at this, it's like EOS was just absolutely beautiful, and they just made it even better with the PC release.
Let's call it a day.
I'll see what I can whip up.
Okay, chat, so you ready for the food porn? Because the game spent a lot of money, like, making food look really good. When Source 2 comes out, this has potential to be ported along with many of the other really large maps. Comes out in terms of tools. Gonna enjoy some cup noodles? Probably. Yeah, also, like, Coleman, like, has real-life advertising in here, and Cup Noodle. Like, there's a lot of real-world brands that are actually here. Okay, so we've got a choice of flame-roasted toast, some toasty rice balls, my pronunciation cannot, and my reading comprehension cannot allow me to pronounce that. Crispy cheese pizza, veggie medley stew. What sounds good to you all, chat? I'll let you pick the meal. It's on the house. Toast, rice balls, something with an egg, crispy cheese pizza, or a veggie medley stew. Because the more you play the game, the more recipes that you get, and these aren't just for showcasing the graphics and the food porn, it actually gives you a boost. So for example, the toast increases the attack by 10, the rice balls HP by 50, cheese pizza increases attack by 100, so like the next morning it gives you a temporary stat boost. Rice balls? Okay. Those jelly donuts are great! Nothing beats jelly-filled donuts! I think the veggie stew is the most filling. You know, just for the 4-kid censorship for the Pokemon anime, we'll do the jelly donuts, aka the rice balls. These jelly donuts are great. Yeah, but just look at that. Like, there's somebody who put a lot of effort into making that look appetizing. Don't make me break out my drying pan. Hey, I know, I'll just use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan. Okay, we're all at level 3. And another thing that's really cool about this game is that Prompto, every time you camp, essentially what Prompto does is during gameplay, he will take photos of different things that you've done. So like if you fought a boss or you fought enemies, he'll just randomly take photos. And at the end of the day, whenever you camp somewhere, you go to like a hotel or something, you get to see what photos he took. So he took one of Noctis apparently suffering at the side of a road because he's got to push his own car. Cindy. A little bit out of frame there, Ignis. Ignis posing next to a truck. Just Gladio.
Stylish as always.
Okay. So apparently, taking a photo from a bush is that.
Hey,
okay, so
this one's pretty good.
I know. I dig it too.
are you a nature photographer or are you just like a people photographer, Prompto? Because like this is a story in two parts. We've got the bush, and then we've got a picture of the bush from the outside. Prompto, what were you even taking a photo of?
Nailed it.
Why can't I warp too? So unfair.
Yeah, nothing really too interesting, because you can save up to 200 photos, but I'm not gonna... None of them look really particularly good right now, so I think I'm just gonna skip over that for now, because every time I camp, I get the opportunity to get new pictures. Access the pause menu any outside of dungeons and combat to save manually. Note that certain quests may prohibit saving.
Like a father to her.
Ever since they got back, Sid's been the only one looking after her.
Rather more than a middling mechanic can handle.
All things considered, I'd say she turned out okay.
But like any girl, you just need to treat her right.
Treat her wrong and Sid'll stuff his wrench where the sun don't shine.
Take care of the car, and it will take care of
Let's
us.
see, we got some playing
Yeah,
cards.
car.
Coleman. Because like I said, there are real-world brands in here. Coleman's one of them, and Cup Noodle's the other. But yeah, there's just a lot of detail on a lot of this stuff. Right, now that it's early morning, let's go take out that target. Though I might do some of these other, like, hunting missions before I continue the story bit that they want me to do, just so I can get a few levels up before I go to where I need to go next. And poor Prompto's all the way back there.
Sometimes I wonder if we'll ever sit inside that beautiful car again.
Sitting most of the day was pretty nice.
Napping was even better.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to spend a lot of the game doing, is just like running in one direction and then occasionally warp striking, just because
Over there.
you can go off-road, but
That's a dual horn?
not
Yes,
yet.
but not your run-of-the-mill breed.
Oh, Froppy, thank you for the raid. I hope you had a good race. Welcome, everybody, to my stream. I'm playing Final Fantasy 15. My name is Eno. Good to have you here. It's always great to have friends of Froppy here, so hope you enjoy the stream. And once again, thank you for the raid, Froppy. So now we are going to see if we can kill this. What is that thing? A kind of looks like a woolly mammoth rhino thing.
Wait a sec.
What? Scared, big guy?
You ought to be too. Thing's vicious.
You sure? Looks tame to me.
Yeah.
Look out!
Yeah!
Shamu's boss!
Nice one.
It's not over yet!
Well, I mean,
Ready for round
show don't tell. Let me fight it. All right, I'm gonna put on a show for everybody. I'll take it on with just the crowbar.
Coming up.
Prompto. Gladio, do it.
Oh, I canceled that Prompto.
Nice work, Gladio. Gladio.
The Prince of Pain.
Yep.
None the worse for wear.
So, as you play the game, in battles, you'll build up a bar that lets you use certain moves from your party. So that's kind of what I just did now, was I could have the option to use special moves from each of my party members.
Thanks for finding him.
Okay.
Nice work, y'all. By the way, the old girl's looking good as new. Oh, while I got ya, if y'all want to fix her up before you roll out, let me know.
Is that an internal monologue? Sure.
Sounds good.
She'll be waiting at the garage.
Gotcha.
Okay, but like I said, I'm going to do some of those hunts first, just so I can get some levels up before I move on. So let me see. I just need to go to my active quest thing here. Yeah. Plus, they're not too far away either.
So, who's up next behind the wheel?
Ignis should take it and never let go.
It helps that he can keep 4 eyes on the dash.
I couldn't even keep one.
Not sure I'd do any better.
Is that an
Put
insult
me
to
in the
people who wear
driver's seat.
glasses?
Good. Because I need the legroom in back.
Actually, hold on. How far away is that? It's not too awfully far, but... Well, it's actually where I need to go anyway, because Hammerhead's in that direction, so it's literally just right behind it, so we're pretty solid. Because, I mean, if I can get all these tasks done before I move on to the story bits, I'll be a little bit higher level than if I just,
There's only so far a man can walk.
Our Crown City upbringing didn't prepare us for this.
Pretend
just,
you're
went-
walking to the car.
went straight to it, rather.
It's rude to keep a girl waiting. You better apologize. What is that? Live hurricane. That thing's like half bird, half storm, half airship.
You realize that's 3 halves.
That explain its size.
Awesome in every sense.
That was just so random. Like, that just happened out of absolute nowhere. And since we have,
Plow right through him. We'll circle around.
I was gonna say, since I just mentioned Zelda earlier, we're gonna do that whole rolling technique to get place to place.
Nothing to it.
Yeah, so something that I'm going to do after the stream, probably, is I just got my full body tracking for VR, but I've been having some issues with it because I have my base station set up, but one of them is not detecting properly, so I have to fix that before I can actually properly use it. And just, like, setting it up last night to even, like, get it ready was a pain. I mean, it's cool that I have it now, but it's just going to be a bit of a process to actually go that extra mile and get it completely set up.
Yes, sir.
You guys panicked so much when there was literally just one enemy there that died in, like, 2 hits. But something that I really liked about Final Fantasy 15 is that it was just more accessible, I think, because the last Final Fantasy game that I played before this was 13, and while I really love Final Fantasy 13, I really hate some of the mechanics of that one, because when your main party leader gets taken out, you lose the battle regardless, so you can't actually revive your party member and continue. No, you just automatically lose the battle. So that's why I never really finished Final Fantasy 13. And 15 was just more accessible to me. Because apparently when this game first started development, It was supposed to be in the Final Fantasy XIII universe.
This one's just for you.
But after it switched from 13 to 15 and a bunch of other things, they made it its own game, essentially, own timeline.
Hey, where'd you learn that one, Noct?
I think I actually took out all of the enemies that I needed on the way to the task. So, I guess we're good on that regard. Yeah, because like I said, like, this is just the introductory part of the game. Like, that's why I feel like this stream series is going to be a fairly long one. And that's great, because that gives me something that consistently I can keep playing over and over again, and it's just something that I can look forward to and relax to, because this game, while it has very hard portions, it's something that I can relax to. Because something that I've always really had trouble with is just relaxing every day. And this is something that I can just come into, like with Skies of Arcadia, and have a good time with. Oh, no, I didn't want to abort the hunt. I wanted to make it active.
Appreciate it. Make sure y'all go prepared.
Oh, that's actually literally like right across the street, so.
Better make tracks. Ignis, we're going.
On my way.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, there was a lot of weird promotions for this game. So, like, we had,
Man, it's hot.
so, Noctis was in Tekken 7. Which was kind of a strange one. Like, I didn't mind, because he was fun to play as. But it's just, like, they added a lot of weird promotional stuff, like, over time. So, like, Assassin's Creed had a bit of Final Fantasy 15 promotion. There was a couple mobile games that had it. Tekken 7, and even Nier Automata. Nier Automata had the engine blade from Final Fantasy 15 as a weapon that you can find. And in return, some of the music tracks from Nier Automata are ones that you can play in the car in this game.
We got a little problem over here. Hey!
You'll take care of
Alone? That wasn't part of the deal.
it. Knocked. Try to hit him from behind. Want to team up? Stay close.
Got it.
Nice. Now it's time to go to town. Give him help.
Gladio, do it.
Watch yourself,
I
no.
hope that rock doesn't block Gladio.
That's costing you.
Sorry.
I mean, it pretty much did, but oh well. But me doing this is going to give me quite a bit of XP, because they're a few levels above me at this point, so. Well, let's have Prompto.
Nice one, Prompto. It's nothing. Chop, chop. How about this?
Okay, so I will say that the stream has definitely been a lot better. Like, it's not giving me any of those weird hiccups anymore, so hopefully that was just a one-time thing where the game just locked up and was like, nope, you want to stream Final Fantasy 15? No. Not today, and apparently not ever.
If you started parrying properly.
How are we?
Getting by.
Hey, Specs.
You have need of vision.
All in together now.
How about this?
Yeah, I just...
Gladio! Sweet!
Yeah, I think I might turn in after this hunt, just because I feel like I'm doing a lot of repetitive actions. Because, like with any game, it really starts off slow. But I don't want it to be, like, too slow, you know? I want it to be entertaining, where you're actually seeing more of, like, what's going on. But there is going to be a lot of, like, hunts like this later on. But I don't want to spend too much of my time just on these hunts. Because I do want to actually continue the story and kind of, like, see and introduce the world more. Because, like, so far, we just know, like, oh, the car broke down, he's royalty, we need money. That's basically all we have right now.
Pronto, you're up! Gladio, do it!
Alright, come on, Gladio.
Nice work! Hey, Ignis, instructions!
Of course. Impeccable.
Knew I could count on you. You're getting a little clammy. Never knew what hit him.
Alright, 2 more. Come on.
Gladio!
Here, I'll just let Gladio handle it. And there we go, finally.
That was a close one.
Too close for comfort.
So, now that I think about it, so... Okay, those are skills. Let me look at my Ascension. So each time I level up, I get AP points that let me advance certain skills for party members. So, like, for example, Noctis has, of course, his own, and the others have their own. But there are certain things that I can unlock later on that make things a lot more interesting. So let's see. Air Step. Let's take a step in midair after attacking with the sword. Bathe through an enemy's attack. Use. I think I might do these just because it would be easier for me to block if I did that. Boost damage dealt with unscathed during chain attacks. Add to the tech bar when Noctis lands an attack. Okay, looks like these ones. I need like a ton more. Yeah, but this is another thing that kind of gives you like a little bit of evolution of each character as well. So like, they're not just like faceless party members. You actually see them grow, and there's different techniques that I can do for them, because like each of them has a different specialty. The way that I could describe it is that Noctis, of course, is your main character, very well-rounded, has a lot of different things that he can do, whereas Gladio is kind of more like a Dark Souls, Devil May Cry-esque playstyle. Ignis is kind of more like an Assassin's Creed, Batman Arkham sort of playstyle, and then Prompto is literally Solid Snake from Metal Gear. So each of them have like different specialties and different like things that make them unique, and later on, I can't do it right now, but later on I get the opportunity to actually play as each of them and switch between them during battles. So if I wanted to, and I didn't want to play as Noctis, for example, I could switch to Prompto if I wanted a more Metal Gear-based experience. I could switch to Gladio if I wanted a Soulsborne, Devil May Cry-esque experience, and so on. So it's like switching party members, like, it gives you a new like gameplay style. Or if you don't necessarily like playing as Noctis, you can just in the middle of battle switch between to another character, and you get to play essentially a completely different game. Because each of them have a DLC pack that take place at certain parts during the story, which I won't spoil. But essentially, the theming of each of them, like I said, like Gladio is more of a Dark Souls-esque Devil May Cry. Ignis, same thing. Same thing as I said earlier. Like Batman Arkham, Assassin's Creed, and then Promptos is quite literally like I think that they literally took inspiration from the first Metal Gear Solid game. Anyone in chat hungry for cup noodles? Because I sure am. Wonder what's on the other end of this. Wait, let me see if it says the cheesy advertising garbage here.
You've got cup noodles outside the city? All right.
Might be worth investing in a few servings in the event our pantry runs bare.
Well, put it on the list.
And what's on the other? Okay, it's just a blank billboard. I actually drove by a billboard not too long ago in my town that had not seen any new advertising put on it in close to like 13 years. So like the last thing that was on it was like it was like 2008 something for like a McDonald's or something.
We're here.
And it's just really strange to see those sometimes. Like, you see a billboard that hasn't been updated in X amount of years, which, that's more common, like, when you go into, like, the highways and stuff, and you see, like, billboards that have just, like, that were built, like, 20, 30, 40 years ago and just haven't seen any maintenance because nobody really cares about them anymore.
What can I do you for? Y'all did good. What can I do you for?
Okay, so now I'm gonna go rest at the stop over here.
Ugh, I'm all sticky and gross.
I don't know about you, Ignis, but that oven and stovetop does not look safe. Alright, now I'm back. Holy moly, a raid. Yeah, Froppy, one of my friends, Froppy, gave us a raid. So if any of you raiders are still here, or Froppy's still here, thank you so much for that raid earlier. I just wish there was a little bit more action going on screen right now. Because there's a lot of stuff that I have to do in the early game before I get to some of the bigger, better stuff.
Nailed it. Why can't I warp too? So unfair.
Perfect timing.
Because I decided I'm gonna just go ahead and continue after doing those hunts. So I'm gonna go straight back to Cindy and get the car, and then we can move on to the next bit. And I think that's just really how any like JRPG or RPG starts. Like, you're always gonna have that slow start with the tutorial stuff, and then eventually it starts getting really, really good, and then you get like the ups and downs. So basically,
ain't she purty?
She's almost too pretty for the road.
She's back. We should all get a picture with her.
I'm sorry, but Noctis looks like he just came out of a cosplay convention.
Oh, and before I forget, would y'all mind making a little delivery for me?
Sure.
No, not at all.
Perfect. Thought you'd say yes. So I already put it in the trunk. There should be a motel on your way to Galden. If y'all wouldn't mind giving that to the owner, that'd be swell.
Grandpa like grandkid.
Well, I want to know what exactly we're
Now that she's all
delivering, though.
polished up and ready for the road, would you care to take her for a little test drive, Noct?
Do you really want me behind the wheel? I mean, I'm gonna probably crash the car. But sure, if you have the confidence in me, Ignis, then I'll take it.
Sure. Why not?
And I needn't remind you to exercise caution.
Okay, let's take it for a spin.
Ready for more?
You bet.
Let's hit it.
Because you absolutely can destroy your car. I mean, the driving physics aren't, like, super important. Like, it's really busy. Like, or not busy, but it's really simple. Like, it's not really, like, Need for Speed or anything like that, or Forza. But it's still, like, you can absolutely wreck the car if you're not careful. Let's see if I can play some tunes.
Hammerhead is like no garage ever. You know?
One would expect no less of purveyors to the crown.
I'll miss it once this road trip's over with.
Huh?
There's no reason you can't pay them a visit anytime you please. I'm sure Cindy will be glad to look after your car. Oh, right.
So, that's what this is about.
If you need, I could always lend you the regalia.
What?
I definitely heard something.
Does anybody care? Does anybody wonder?
Now then.
The Dumpy will give
Let's
it much
start from
more
the top.
controllable center of mass. Okay, well, let's hop out and rescue
Everybody
this guy.
out.
It should be a nice change of pace.
Because I just heard a guy, like, say, is there anybody out there? So there's somebody nearby. Huh. Well. I'm sorry, dude, but I have no idea where... Unless it's that added something to the quest. Okay, so search and rescue. Someone's calling for help. Find the person in distress. So I actually was testing this out before the stream, and I had this quest even on my level 93 file. So I guess I just never found this person. So maybe he's like throughout my entire playthrough that I got to nearly max level, I never helped this poor man. So he's probably like like being attacked by like level 2 enemies, and then I'm like level 93.
Come a long way, Pronto.
Gladio, do it! Pronto, you're up!
Smash.
Nice one, Pronto.
It's nothing.
Focus, Noct. Knowing your enemy's half the battle.
Alright, so now where is the guy who was calling for help? Because there's not really a lot of places that he could be hiding, considering this is a very wide open area. G.I. Joe's. What about G.I. Joe? G.I. Bro. Dude said knowing your enemy is half the battle. Oh, I see.
Feels so sluggish.
Yeah.
Remember, they're just as scared of us.
Easy as they come.
They're just as scared of us, yet they
what I
come and
call
attack me.
teamwork.
Yeah, I don't know where this guy is. Like, I would have thought that... Because on my mini-map, there's a... like a radius that I have where I can search, but for some reason, he's not there anywhere. And like I said, on my level 93 save, I couldn't find this guy, so I think I might just drive Oh, there's still a battle going on. I might just drive to the point and go from there.
Heads now!
None the worse for wear.
Bring on the next one.
I mean, technically I could, like, you know what? I'll check up at that shack over there to see if there's anything, but I don't know that there is, just because... I don't know. Because, like, again, on the map, there's, like, this small radius where there should be... where I can search, but I just can't find this guy anywhere. Check the map here. Let's see, zoom in. Yeah, he should be in this general area, but... Well, if my level 93 file is enough, then enough to say
Nice
that
having no
he'll be
roof.
fine.
Open sky.
Huh. I bet you must have felt cramped in the city.
Is that a crack about my size?
Damn, Prompto. Okay, so I'll switch back to the main quest, which is the Errand Prince. Yeah, so even with the manual driving, though, like, there really isn't too much of a difference. Like, you still kind of automatically control the car, but I'm going to go ahead and switch it back to auto, and I'll have Ignis drive.
Everything in order?
Yep.
All right.
Because technically, even when Ignis is driving, I can take control at any point. So there's really, like, no... And I was going the wrong way anyway. So there's really, like, no difference there. It's honestly better to have Ignis drive if you're just going from point A to point B. That way, you don't have to worry about, like, getting a wrong turn or anywhere. Because the AI will just know where to go. This is nice music. So there used to be a VR chat map of this location that I'm about to go to, but for some reason it was removed, which makes me kind of upset because it was a very good map. Because Golden Key is basically like your hotel resort kind of thing, like tropical. And there was a VR chat map of it for the longest time, which was really well done, but they removed it from VR chat. And I'm really disappointed that they did, because now that I have full body tracking, I could have been able to actually sleep in the hotel at Golden Key, which would have been fantastic, but that opportunity was taken from me, so... Yeah, but like some of the things that you can do in different stores in this game is that you can go and collect like songs from other places. So you can collect songs from the or even discs. So you can collect the Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. soundtracks, Nier Automata, different like custom tracks that they made for this game. It's just really cool because
What do you say we pull over for a minute?
not only is the game gorgeous,
Bone dry.
Sounds like grounds for a pit stop.
Sounds like a waste of time and money.
you actually get to kind of get that road trip experience with like the listening to the radio and different songs.
You all came all the way out here to deliver the goods. Well, thank you kindly. We'll take it out of the trunk, so you all just sit tight.
I'm a little concerned that Cindy, like, was smuggling something with us to deliver.
Umbra.
Umbra!
Stuff. Attaboy.
That dog can really track a scent.
Certainly knows how to find us.
How do you always know, boy? Just a sec.
Nice flower. It's the same kind we sewed our crowns from. Oh yeah, Syl blossoms. So, I have a favor to ask. Take the notebook with you when you go. Sure, that's not all. I want you to put something in the book and send it back.
It's time for me to leave Tenebrae. Got it. No, I think finally going to see you after all these years is a pretty good choice there. Because it's more optimistic. Like, that's something that would be, like, real... I would be happy to read that if that was sent to me from, like, a long-lost love. Just, like, got it would be, like, just a little too blunt and to the point.
All set. Take care out there.
I know. You're not gonna tell me.
Then don't ask.
What was that about? You don't say.
Now that our work's done, let's see ourselves to Golden.
Let's see if Kenny Crow's over here. Yep, Kenny Crow's over here!
See that over there?
What about it?
I'm done. Yeah, broke a few bones in there.
Let me get this shot. Oh, love the lighting.
Thank you, Prompto. I wanted to get a picture with Kenny Crow. I mean, look at this. Like, there's a lot of detail here that, of course, I'm just now noticing, but, like, you can tell, like, this is, like, one of those side-of-the-road, like, Americaville places where there's just, like, restaurants and motels, like, everywhere, but, like, you can see that this is, like, a tourist spot that people have taken photos of, like, all the time, because, like, all of the paint is just peeling off of Kenny Crow, and, like, even, like, there's probably, like, kids who have sat on his lap there, and I mean, that's just a nice little detail that I've never really noticed before, because it shows you, like, this has age to it. Like, people have actually messed with this and sat on it, and, like, it's been exposed to the elements. It's not pristine.
Man, that smells good.
Ooh. Play Justice Monsters 5, 10 gil. No way, I can actually play it? I thought it was just going to be like some dumb little animation. The evil... I guess we're playing Justice Monsters 5 now. The evil Grim Gargoyle and his Bahamut Grand Fleet have launched an invasion of the peaceful Nova Galaxy, threatening the freedom of its monster denizens. Back once more to fight for what's right, the Justice Monsters zoom in to save the day. Are you ready? High five for justice! Okay. So... Oh, I am absolutely terrible at this. Then swap. Like, I have no idea how to actually play this. I mean, it's like super advanced ping pong, or pinball. I mean, that's really cool, though. They didn't have to go the extra mile to make, like, a functional ping pong, or pinball. I keep saying ping pong. Pinball game. Like, this is something that I'd see, like, in the Xbox Live Arcade back in the 360 era. It's like Arkanoid meets pinball. Yeah, like I said, this seems like something you'd see on the Xbox Live Arcade. Like with the character artwork and stuff. But yeah, like, this is why I like this. I love this game. There's just so many little details like this that they added that they didn't have to do, but they did, and like, it makes the world feel more lived in, I think. Okay, that's enough of Justice Monsters 5. Because I think because something about, like, a lot of games nowadays is that they make these worlds, like, where it's like, okay, you know, this was a diner, or this was a school, or a hotel, or an amusement park, but they don't make it feel lived in. Like, they don't look at it and see like, oh well, maybe there's like trash here, like people would have hung out here. No, like Final Fantasy 15 actually makes the world feel like it was lived in. So like I can go over here and the little details in the chairs and stuff. Like there's people actually sitting here and eating meals. Like this feels like an actual diner that would be at the side of the road. Because I've seen places like this on my travels. Like they got working pinball machines, and apparently you can actually see it, the game running too, which is cool. Dig into a platter of Kenny's fries fresh from the fryer. Kids and crows agree, those crispy golden taters can't be beat. Nothing tastes better than what we make together at the crow's nest.
Some kind of bird.
I'm big on birds.
It's Kenny Crow, man. Kenny Crow is the best.
Welcome to the Crow's Nest. Can I take your order?
That guy's like super excited.
So what would you like to know?
Some kind of bird. I guess a crow.
There's no wrong choice here.
Okay, we've got Jetties, which I'm assuming is like just kind of a soda or something. We got Kenny's fries, and then Kenny's salmon. So, I'm hungry some... It's not going to give me too much compared to that, because I'd like the attack and defense boost, and this is cheap, so I'm going to go with Kenny's fries, because I'm hungry for some french fries. There's the food porn french fries. Oh, I can see, like, the little, like... They kind of remind me of, like, Five Guys fries, because you can see, like, the little, like, potato skins on it, too.
I dare say I could make this a camp.
So you're literally taking the secret recipe of Kenny Crow's fries there, Ignis? And of course I can do
up to the
hunts and
task.
stuff.
Thanks for your business.
So I think I'm going to come back and do those hunts later. You can also stay at the motel too, but yeah, I've definitely seen places like this on the side of the road somewhere. Like this motel here though, it's scary looking. Like, I wouldn't stay at a motel like this. I mean, sure, if it's an EOS, it's probably safer than some motels that I've seen, but yeah, I would not stay here. Just because it looks scary.
So, you thinking to fairy tale Lady Lunafreya back to the Crown City?
Nah, no need to rush to happily ever after.
Wow. Still can't believe you're actually tying the knot, dude. How does it feel now that it's finally happening?
Fine, I guess.
Ah, come on, you can't fool me. Any guy would be over the moon to marry her.
No big deal.
Yeah, whatever.
For our next story, Lady Lunafreya of Tenebrae has issued an official statement regarding the forthcoming treaty.
Words cannot express the joy in my heart on receiving word of this coming peace, nor the pride I take in my betrothal playing a part in this historic moment. On this joyous occasion, some have voiced cause for concern. The fear I will be unable to fulfill my duties as Oracle. Please rest assured, my marriage will not stand in the way of my calling. You will find me in your towns and villages, as you always have, and I shall continue to bless you all.
Lady Lunafreya will set forth from
See, another cool thing is that you can listen to the radio
ceremony in the
sometimes.
coming days. Please be advised that during this time alone, her duties as Oracle will be suspended.
It's in the treaty?
Of course. Simple formality.
One of those symbol of the peace deals.
So it's more like a marriage of convenience.
Her ladyship seems nevertheless amenable to the prospect.
And Noctier likes the idea.
What's that? I do?
Buzz off.
Yeah, this is the kind of conversation I'd be having with the bros on a road trip. Like, I've had, like, not specifically about marriage, stuff like this, but, like, conversations like this is, and the banter back and forth is what I would have, like, on a road trip with the bros.
Hey! I see the sea!
I see it too.
That's Golden Key.
Kinda wanna go for a dip.
That a big mountain behind it?
No, it's an island.
Nobody goes to Golden for an island, though. They go to kick back and get massages.
And savor the seafood. It's famously delicious.
Sounds great.
Something to look forward to.
Yeah, the fact that they all make puns, too, like, I'd probably be Prompto in this situation just because, like, I'm the one who makes the terrible jokes. Like, I'd want to say that I'd be like an Ignis or a Gladio, but I'm most definitely a Prompto.
Might want to stock up on potions and stuff.
Nice. You're being helpful for a change.
What do you mean for a change?
So let's probably get, well, how much does the regal? No, it's only literally like 10 gil. Oh, the VR chat of this place, world of this place got removed. Yeah, I couldn't find it. It might still be there, but I haven't been able to find it in a long time. So they may be updating it, or they just removed it. I really hope that it comes back, though, because, like,
ready to set sail.
To give some context, chat, there was a
feature on the wedding.
And get a load of Lady Lunafreya's dress.
That's some fancy fabric work.
There was a VR chat map of this place.
Bride-to-be.
He's not the only one. Whew. She's gonna be an absolute
Like that whole, this whole beach area over here,
Of course.
the resort,
Of one of Otish's
these chairs down here, everything up to the road was there. Like, it starts from the road and over to the resort. It was a really good map.
Ugh, royally embarrassing. Can't wait to taste some Altician seafood.
Hey, what are you after this time?
Let's see. Motif and Ancient Soldier. Let's see. Broadsword. I wish I could compare it to my... I wish I could just do a comparison with the actual gear that I have equipped. That would make it a lot easier. So let me see. The two-handed sword. Oh, I've got a... Well, I could literally get all of, like, my swords from... Because like, I didn't want to, like, have any of this gear, but I guess since it's a... You give the chat context, but I suppose you give no context. Let everything be out of context. Leave us confused as to what's going on. Why is that cat playing baseball? Who knows? There's no context. Oh yeah, I've also got the Alienware shield. Like, that one's really... Because there was a promotion that Alienware was doing where they had their own custom weapon in the game. So, there's a shield that I got as, like, a thing when a limited time promotion, so I have that for some reason. So, I think, because I don't want to equip the Genji Blade or the Mutant Raksha Blade. You know what, I'll go with the Masamune. Because that's, like, the Masamune is like the same kind of sword that Sephiroth uses, and I don't and because I can see like the difference between like the damage that the DLC swords give me and then this one, because like it's 88 versus 426. Genji Overwatch, maybe. Then just use that. Well, no, I need to equip this properly. So, that'll go right there. And then I'll keep the crowbar equipped just for the meme. And then I'll keep the engine blade equipped as well. Actually, no, I'm gonna unequip the engine blade and go for the Ragnarok, because the Ragnarok is kind of like a broken weapon because of how... It essentially gives you a bonus to warp striking, and it's a weapon that I've used like throughout my entire playthrough. Is it actually Genji's Blade? 3 more crossovers and almost starting to feel like Fortnite. No, it's not actually Genji's Blade. It's just a it's just called the Genji Blade. Let's see, what is Spell Daggers? I mean, if I have them, it's not technically, like, cheating in any way if they're already, like, automatically added to my inventory. So... we'll go ahead and give him Lionheart. Then... let's see... A device that stops experience points from being tallied, preventing the party from level... Why would I do that? So do we, like, share accessories? Magical friendly fire. Yeah, so it's kind of like when I played Skies of Arcadia. It's just like there was a lot of, like, items and stuff that I never really used or really felt the need to use. So, because there was just, like, the accessories was always something that I struggled with because they weren't, like, necessary, but they added, like, really useful effects. So... I think I'll just give him the stamina badge, just because that'll give me pretty much infinite sprint. And I'll give him the Key of Prosperity, Ignis. I'll just keep you with the Bronze Bangle. Because, like,
take a look at our wares.
Now that I've given, I think really the only one that I should give is Gladio with the War Sword.
Pleasure doing business.
Yeah, there's nothing really here that I could use. Because I'm sure there's like a meta to this, but like I'm not familiar with it. I mean... Okay, so, Gladio, instead of using the standard sword, you're getting the War Sword. And then, oh, I can give him the Alien Shield. Cool. It's literally just the Alienware logo and a shield, so if you're wondering what that looks like.
What's all this about the port closing?
Yeah, but what was really cool about that VR chat map is, like, it was at nighttime. So, all of this, like, there were all these little lights on the walkway and just the water and, like, the sound effects to the water and everything. It was just really peaceful, and it was, like, I actually was so immersed in it, I felt like I was there. Because it was just so well done, but then it got removed. There are a couple Final Fantasy 15 maps still on there, but...
I'm afraid you're out of luck.
Are we?
The boats bring you here.
What about them?
Well, they'll not take you for.
Suspicious stranger.
And what's your story?
I'm an impatient traveler, ready to turn ship. The ceasefire's getting us nowhere.
What's this? Some sort of souvenir?
They make those?
What? No.
Consider it your allowance.
Huh?
Yeah. And who's allowing us?
A man of no consequence.
Yeah, right.
You believe what that guy said about the port being closed?
I'm skeptical, though I won't discount the possibility.
I say we go check it out for ourselves.
Absolutely breathtaking.
Yes, I was about to say the same. This bites. How am I supposed to make my deliveries?
And we're just gonna eavesdrop on everybody here, because I can just do this.
What's all this about the port closing?
And they just have no reaction to it. It's like, who is this dork running around in an assassin's robe, just rolling around everywhere? Let me see if I can spot any food laying around, because there's a family eating over here.
Absolutely breathtaking.
Looks like they got some kind of fish, and then... Because I can also eat here as well.
Welcome to the Mother of Pearl. What do you feel like having today?
Jeez, that's more gil than I have. I guess it makes sense considering this is a resort, but at the same time, like that's a bit much. That's a bit out of my price range.
What do you want to know?
Well, technically I could do like hunting for them, so if I wanted to I could just go out and hunt some stuff and get some gil, but I mean that food's probably not worth the gil, at least not yet.
Here is the local lineup.
Peace to the beach. Sure. We're gonna go hunt some
Capable hands.
crab.
Remember, safety first.
Yeah, because that's actually just right over there, so I don't have to worry about going like super far to do this. Peace to the beach, okay. So, right over there. Plus, since I've got the better equipment now, this shouldn't be as difficult as earlier when I was fighting those other ones. But there's actually incentive to stay at, like, Golden Key. So, like, you can stay at any hotel or, like, any camp. But the incentive for you to spend that extra money to stay at Golden Key is that you will get bonus experience because of staying at, like, a resort or something, or an expensive hotel. So if I were to stay here, my experience, I think, is, like, doubled. So if I got, like, a bunch of experience, like, it would just, like, the levels would just keep adding up. So it's not just like, oh, you're staying at some in-game fancy hotel. Like, it actually, there is incentive to do it, and I'm glad that it's so early on in the game for me to come here that I can do that. Because, like, after I kill these things, I'll see if there's any other hunts that I can do that will be good, but...
Better make tracks. Chop chop, Prompto.
There in a jiffy!
We'll use the...
Seems we found what we were looking for. How are we?
Getting by.
Oh shit, I'm already almost dead. So that was a bad idea.
Gladio! Nice work, Gladio!
Yeah, I think I may have bit off a little bit more than I can chew fighting these things, but it looks like they're handling it fairly well. I'm not.
Gladio, do it!
Have I found entertainment? Hey, welcome to the stream, Dark Alpha Angel. Well, hopefully so. I kind of bit off a little more than I can chew fighting these enemies when I'm like maybe level 4. But it's okay, because I'm at Golden Key, so I'll get a lot of experience for this.
Hey, big guy!
I'm on it.
Maybe this is how they get all their ingredients. They're just so close by, they don't even have to go very far to source any of their seafood. Here, I'm gonna try the Mossimian again. Excellent camera angle.
Gladio! Prompto, you're up!
Try this!
Now, fight a level 52 monster at level 12.
Thought seafood would make you happy, especially something this big.
I mean, I probably will end up doing that, so...
That's what you're hung up about? Alright.
Just because, like, I like to bite off things more than I can chew.
Look where you're going! Didn't mean to do that.
I actually did mean to do that. You know, in real life, though, like, just having a resort like this, like Golden Key, so I look at it and I'm just like, this is... It's cool, but to be honest, this is not really the best resort. I mean, I can't really speak from experience because I've only been to, like, certain little small places in Florida, but Like, you have, like, this one little building here with 2 rooms, essentially. So you'd have, like... Noct isn't cut out to be an assassin. No, he's more of a Black Mesa scientist, because I have that outfit as well, but I just haven't been using it. Yeah, but realistically, this is not really the best resort. Because, like, you just have this one building here, and then you've got the 2 rooms. So, like, I mean, unless this is just here, you're here for the restaurant experience, that's one thing, and maybe, like, relaxing. But you've got this room here, and then this room over here. And then really only, like, 2 people or 2 families can stay here. So, like, if there was more buildings, sure.
Just so you know, I'm cool with camping.
Greetings, sir.
Oh.
Perhaps next time.
Oh, I actually have to report back to the tipster anyway.
Welcome back. Making quite a name for yourself. Allow me to take your order.
Yeah, I'm not going to take your expensive food, though.
Thank you for your patronage.
Yeah, so, just to remind you, chat, this is still technically the introduction of the game. We're already at a 1 hour, 31 minute stream time. Because there's just so much that they kind of throw into this period of, like, 2 days while this... Because, like I said in the beginning of the stream, all of this is taking place during the Kingsglaive film. So everything that's happening in the film is happening and corresponding to what is happening right now. So that's the whole reason we can't return back to Insomnia, the big city that we came from, because we would be interfering with that continuity quite significantly. Is this a first playthrough? No, I've actually beaten the game several times. I actually had to do a few like tricks to hide one of my save files because I need to put it on a quest that wasn't spoilery because I couldn't figure out how to manually delete them. So. Yeah, I have a level 93 save on here, but I'm just not using it. Because I wanted this to be like a new experience for everybody in my community and showcase this game to people who may not have seen it, because I feel like it's very underappreciated as a Final Fantasy title. I also realized I needed to go to the dock. I get so caught up in my conversations that I completely forget where I'm actually supposed to go. Or like I open up a door somewhere and then I forget that I unlocked the door. Because it's like, oh, it literally showcased it on screen, like, oh, this is the door you're supposed to go through. And I completely forget. I'm on my second, didn't think I was going to like it. Oh, are you doing like a New Game Plus, or...
Welcome to Golden Key.
Yeah, like, I think that, like, when the game first came out, like, it got a bad reputation because of how glitchy it was and how unfinished it was. But nowadays, I think if somebody's able to get this game for a reasonable price on sale, I think it's definitely worth the playtime because it's really fun. Yeah, I want to 100% it.
Man, not a ship in sight. What gives?
I once streamed this long ago and I spent so much time fishing, which probably doesn't surprise you. I actually didn't do much of the fishing minigame in this, surprisingly enough. I did a little bit of it, but there was like that whole side quest that I didn't do with the God of the Sea or whatever it's called. Yeah, I want 100% it. Yeah, like this game, there's a boss that they added in the Royal Edition that I've always wanted to stream.
Sources, the Empire, given strict orders not to let any vessels leave the docks of Altissia. Real shame if you were late to your own wedding, right, Prince Noctis? Name's Dino, by the way. Pleasure. The Crown Prince of Lucis bounty hunting in his fancy car. Surely you didn't think it'd go unnoticed. At least not by this reporter. Lucky for you, this reporter has integrity. If you want to remain incognito, I'll respect your wish. In exchange for a favor.
I'm gonna stand my ground just because I've worked with reporters before, and I hated it.
I don't owe you anything. Wait, we mustn't rub him the wrong way.
The sound of tacit agreement. Here.
I know that was the wrong choice to make, but I've actually worked with
Mark
reporters
where you
before,
need to go on your
and
map.
it's not fun.
All you gotta do is find me some rough gemstones, like this one. Do this, and your ship will come in. Don't, and the papers will run you out of town. Capiche?
Fishing's kind of fun to try to find fish a spot dry. Yeah, there's a VR fishing minigame too. Like, cause when
really got your number, Nox.
Not like we
initially when this game was first like coming out,
the press always finds a way. We needn't befriend him, but we'd best not make him our enemy.
Or at least whenever they were still planning stuff for this game, there was a VR mode planned where it was for PlayStation VR. And I remember seeing the demo for it where like they switched to Prompto and you could use Prompto's gun and stuff. But they ended up scrapping that and just doing a fishing minigame for the VR portion.
Taking a little stroll?
Imagine someone asking you for an interview and they tell you they work for BuzzFeed.
Must be hungry. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hold on a sec. I'll find you something. Gotta come up with some cat food.
Could always buy some.
Or we could fish for some.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Dark Alpha Angel. I really appreciate it. Noctis can... Oh, speaking of fishing. Noctis can fish at docks around Lucis. Try angling from a fishing spot along the coast. You know, just because we mentioned fishing and I don't want this cat to go hungry, we are going to go fishing. So this one is for you, Cranberry. Okay, so I don't know if I have to buy a rod first, but I'm going to go buy the fishing house anyway. Catch them all. We're gonna run this entire thing dry.
Hello and welcome.
Alright, well, it probably wouldn't hurt for me to get some potions either. Here, I'll buy some high potions.
Thank you kindly.
And I'll get like 4 elixirs. Phoenix down, so I'll, probably shouldn't get one of those just yet. Racing Stripes, Memories of Final Fantasy V, The Beast.
Please come again.
I don't know, I think the Regalia looks cool as is, but I might add some sort of thing later on down the road. But as it is right now, Noctis and crew can barely afford to stay at a hotel at this point. Oh, this is the fishing terminal. That was just a regular shop.
Hello there. Come to fish the deep blue sea?
Let's see. On my New Game Plus, I'm at level 60 and have just over 78k XP to cash in. Yeah, I would imagine how much you'd get if you went to the Hotel La Ville in Altissia. Because that's like, I think that's the hotel that gives you the most double XP for staying at. Because I stayed at Golden Key at first, and then I learned that the Hotel La Ville gives you, like, more than that. Let's go with the white chocobo.
Always a pleasure.
Get some spider silk.
Good luck out
All
there.
right, let's go
Take
fishing.
a look at this.
What about
30k gil. Oh, 3 XP. 30k gil. Okay.
It's showtime.
Chat has discovered that my reading comprehension is very terrible, as well as any of my like skills related to educational stuff. So one thing that you'll learn in my community is that I'm terrible at reading. You've discovered a fishing spot. Here, Noctis can indulge in his favorite pastime. Choose where to cast your lure. With A, W, S, and D, the marker will indicate when fish are near your target. And even though I just read that, I'm probably going to forget. So, check the minimap to find... Oh, okay. So, there's going to be like 2 fish over here, so let me try that. Move your lure by pressing space to reel it in and using move to work the rod. The fish is eyeing your lure. Come on, fishy, fishy. Well, there's another one over here, so... See, this is why I can't fish in real life either. The last time I went fishing was probably 2003. Come on, fish. I played this on PS5, was never big on PC games. Yeah, like, I originally was exposed to this game on the Xbox One, but it was through my little brother. So I never actually I never owned it until I got the PC release of it. And when I first got this game on PC, I was still using a GTX 960, so I could only barely run this game at like medium and low, but now I'm running this on maximum with like all of the special effects and whatnot. I mean, it was definitely worth it, I think, because the game still looks great even after, because it's like 2016.
Won't get a good cast like that. Put your back into it.
Again, this is why I don't fish in real life. Okay, so let me put it a little behind the fish, like right about there. Fish is eyeing your lure, entice it to bite by mixing up your reeling speed. Ah, dang it. I like back in just performance on the PS5. Yeah, plus you don't have to worry about, like, I think that's what's good about console gaming, is that you don't have to worry about, like, your technology. You don't have to really worry about upgrading, really at all, up until the console becomes obsolete. With PC, like, yeah, you've got a lot more options, but, like, over time, you definitely do have to, like, upgrade your technology. So, like, there's definitely pros and cons with it, and that's something that I've always liked about console gaming, is I don't have to worry about having a specific system or setup. Come on, fishy, fishy. There we go. Cheaper in the long run. Absolutely, yeah. I don't need a tutorial screen right now, game.
Turn the rod toward the fish.
Oh, the rod's gonna break. No!
Reminder to change the line early and often.
Oh, well, I tried. So I'll go with this one, and then I'll go with that one. Yeah, like when I got my PC like upgraded, like I didn't need, I'm still using some of my PC parts from like 2015 still. Like my hard drive, like I've got my old hard drive in here, and then I've got a bunch of other new parts that I've just added. It's kind of like a Frankenstein's monster of a PC at this point. So, Cranberry, could you give me any fishing tips? Yeah, I need to put it a little further behind the fish. That way when I reel it in, it sees it, and I'm not too far ahead of the fish. I swear I'm good at video games, chat. At least I like to think so. On fish. There we go! Yes! When the tension meter starts blinking red, stop reeling, give the line some slack. Okay. Come on, come on! Come on, fishy. Come on, fishy! Did I get it? Yes!
Good job, Noct.
Enos is so good at video games that he died 20 times in Kirby's Epic Yarn, a game where your character is invincible. Congratulations, you landed a fish. Some fish are edible, while others are prized. It's almost as, like, breathtaking as the fish that I caught in real life back in, like, 2003, which was, like, a tiny little... It was a tiny little thing, and it was only for educational purposes, so I didn't actually do anything with it. I had to put it right back. But...
Come to Papa.
Since chat wanted me to do it, I will try to catch all the fish that is in this area. There we go. Oh, I really should have, like, replaced my reel. Or my line, rather.
Ease off on the reeling.
Come on. Ah, yes, there we go.
Wow, you did good.
I mean, this fish is gonna get this cat is gonna get a buffet of fish. Like, we're not just getting it like, it's like, oh, well, here's your fish, cat. We're literally, like, taking out this entire population of fish out of this water. Ironically enough, the strange memory that I have, because, again, a lot of what I do is, like, nostalgia, but, the strange memory that I have of the last time that I ever really went fishing with my family, because, I went fishing that day, and then shortly after that, I went to go watch Finding Nemo in theaters. Which is a very weird thing to remember, but it's like, and ironic now that I think about it. But I just remember, like, shortly after going fishing with my family, it's like, oh, we went to the theaters to watch Finding Nemo afterwards.
You almost got him. Don't let up.
This one. There we go. Oh. Alright, I think there's just one more fish. 13.5 inches and 2 pounds.
The line's still okay, you think?
You know, now that I think about it, Prompto, I should switch the line. There's literally a Nemo fishing lore. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, maybe just because, like, since I was so young at the time, and I really wasn't into the whole fishing thing, like, I guess they're like, okay, well, you're gonna do something fishing related, we're gonna go see Finding Nemo in theaters. Because I remember, like, as a souvenir, like, I got to keep one of, like, because we were using, like, it was probably, now that I think about it, it was probably bad for the fish, but they were using, my family was using, like, those plastic, like, baits, and I kept one just as, like, a little memento of that trip, because I remember, like, on the way to see Finding Nemo, I just had one with me, and I was fidgeting with it in the car. But it's like, Finding Nemo right after I went fishing. That one's actually a different one. Oh, no, more spawned! It's okay. So I'm going to get that last one, and I'm going to say that I did it. Because now that it's daytime, the fish are going to change. Oh, there we go. The Final Fantasy 15 experience, chat. Going on bounty hunts and fishing. because like I said, there's a VR version of this just for the fishing minigame.
Nice.
And I think in that World of Final Fantasy spin-off game, Noctis is in that game, but you can go fishing with him. This is like my stream fishing for hours, and chat was like, wake me when it's over. Yeah, okay, I caught all of the nighttime fish, so I'm gonna call that there. Okay. That cat is probably starving, so I need to go feed the kitty before he gets all, well, he gets more hunger pains, because when there's animals involved, and cats and dogs that want fish and food in games, like, it's either I go pet the cat or the dog, or I make sure that they're taken care of. We're coming, kitty. Just hang in there. Wait, do I have to catch a specific fish? Okay. Maybe I just... Because it's telling me to go back over there, but... Maybe that's just to tell me, like, oh, this is a fishing spot. You're kidding me. I have to get a specific kind of fish. It's like, cat... I literally just spent, like, the better part of, like, 10 minutes fishing, and you're telling me, like, oh, it's not good enough? The cat has standards, apparently so, but at the same time... Spoiled little kitty, but then again, it lives next to a resort, so it probably is used to getting, like, really high-end food from people. Alright, cat. Cats are just picky like that, even homeless ones. Yeah. I haven't had a cat, like, in a very long time. Probably not since, like, 2010. Actually, no, earlier than that. Probably, like... Because, like, all the cats in my family were owned by different members of my family. Like, I've never had a cat, like, that was my cat, really, ever. My cats only eat very specific food that's solid in that's sold in one store in town. Well, I guess they're just like people. They can be picky eaters. It's like when I was younger and we had the family pets. Like I was just. Like, the responsibility of, like, feeding them and stuff was always on somebody else. So, like, I never actually picked out, like, what food they wanted. Because when I was younger, I lived in a, like I mentioned in previous streams, I was in a multi-generational household with a lot of family. So, like, I had my...
Focus!
I had my 2 aunts, my uncle... my brother, my grandpa, my grandma. So there was like a lot of people that did a lot of different things, and I guess the like getting the pet food and stuff was more so on my uncle and my grandfather.
All right, this one's
there. We go.
Noct, you can show a bit of emotion, you know.
There you go, cat. I've got your specialty fish.
Noct, the line is wearing thin.
And Noctis is just covered in sand. I mean, I am making the decision to roll around in the sand, but at the same time, I am glad that like you get that battle damage or like the grime and dirt on your character, Like, it's not just, like, your clothes just aren't magically clean after every battle. And of course, like, whenever you stay at a hotel or something, it resets to where your clothes are clean again. So it's just a nice little detail that I like.
Here you go. Caught fresh. What? You don't like fish?
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, you only like cooked fish. All right.
Really, cat? I'm guessing cat owners can relate in the chat.
Welcome to Golden Key.
Hey, do you serve anything a cat might like?
That the best pickup line you've got?
What? No, there's this cat over there.
I'm only teasing. I have a feeling I know the feline you've got in mind. Let me whip something up. Paying customers come first, though, and someone just ordered the last fish on hand. Would you mind catching another one of these while I make their...
It's like all this for a cat
Start
that's
on it
supposedly
right away.
starving.
You know, this is really thoughtful of you, but be warned. Cats are clingy, and they're notoriously picky eaters, too.
Picky eaters? You don't say.
When it comes to food, felines are quite finicky, so you are wise to entrust the cooking to me. Here.
Alright, we've got some premium cat food from a certified chef at the Golden Key. If the cat doesn't take this food, well, too bad. But like I said, this cat hangs around Golden Key, so it's probably used to being fed like the premium food that's here.
Alright, here you go. You're one spoiled cat.
Aww, I think he likes you.
It is a very cute
Clawed
cat.
his way
though.
into your heart. Might keep on clinging forever.
Maybe this is why I got to like making such terrible puns, because I played this game quite a bit. Alright, now I'm gonna head to that mineral deposit, which of course I can just take Ignis and have him automatically drive me there. Because, like I said, there's really no incentive to do like the manual driving yourself unless you're going off-road or there's a specific location or if you want to do something or the story prompts you to. But for the most part, really there's no incentive to do it. And like, when later on in the game you have the option to just fast travel to different locations, so... But I'm just going to have him go to the quest location.
Everything in order?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because just look at the regalia itself, like, on the colors, the color scheme and stuff. Like, that royal purple and the black, like, it just looks really nice.
Maybe Sid was right about your lack of dignity.
You're one step above delivery boy.
The royal rank carries little weight outside the Grand City.
Glad it's not weighing me down.
Switch to the next song. Easy dub and bass. My last cat was the very definition of pussycat. She would sleep in my lap all day, a true cuddly ball of fluff. She's passed now, but not before being given 16 years of love. Yeah, I love dogs and cats equally, and they both show their love in different ways. Like, whenever I was in college, like, I was suggested to get a cat, just to help me with, like, some of my anxiety and stuff that I was having.
Let's scope it out.
But because my brother's
Where do we
allergic,
go from here?
I haven't been able to get a pet for a long time. Yeah, but I absolutely love animals, like dogs, cats. at my job doing like the garden stuff, I get to see like all manner of pets come in through the door. Like people walking their dogs. I've seen somebody bring a baby goat in once, a snake, a hedgehog, and somebody even brought in a bearded dragon, which is a small lizard, and it was on their shoulder. Like I get to see all sorts of animals, which is really cool.
That's it.
What's up, Iggy?
I've come up with a new recipe.
Can't wait to try it.
Be prepared, chat. We're gonna hear that a lot. We had to get rid of the kids. The dog was allergic. Yeah, it's like throughout all the stress that I have at my job, like, because, you know, working and selling, like being a salesperson, just, like, it has its stresses, but it's just nice to see the pets and stuff. Now that I think about it, I've yet to see somebody bring in their cat.
What can I say?
If I may. Impressive.
Yep. Put it in the books.
It's history now.
My cat's pretty much the same thing over here. Such a lovely cat, always super lovey-dovey and cuddly. I could literally get on the ground. She will not hesitate to brush her head against my face constantly. If I'm sitting at my computer, she'll be at my legs. Yeah, the cat that I had when I was younger, he was a little black and white cat named Bentley. Super sweet cat. He would like, you literally, it doesn't matter who it was, you could just like pat like your leg or like anywhere near you, just pat it a couple times, he'd immediately come over there and like ask for pets. But he was kind of selfish too, so like whenever I would I'd pet him a little bit, and then when I looked away, he would take out his claws and like threaten me a little bit. He's like, you better not stop petting me. My cat was a lover, but dumb as a brick. Intelligence was not her strong point.
Then lose the jacket.
OMG. We're supposed to get near that thing?
Pipe down before you wake it up.
Come on, it's not that scary. It's also not the biggest enemy that I can fight in this game either. Here, I'm gonna go poke it. It's got 2 sets of wings. It took out more HP than I had, but I survived.
Off it goes.
Oh, we made it out alive. Barely! I seriously thought we were at Journey's End.
But that feat was fit for a king.
Indeed.
I mean, just the size of that thing, though. I say my cat is average intelligence, but her sniffer is quite defective. Nothing wrong with it, though.
We need to replenish our supply of curatives.
Gotcha.
Thought I had plenty. Yeah, one of the things that I, like, speaking of animals, like, one of the things that I really loved about, like, there's a zoo not too far from here that lets you feed and, like, pet giraffes. I mean, technically, you're not supposed to pet them, but I did when I got the opportunity, because it's like a little observation deck where you get these, like, cracker things, and you get to feed them to the giraffes because they'll stick their head up to it, and you can feed them the crackers. So, they were a little shy about it, but, I mean, I got to pet one. They also had a baby giraffe that was like its neck, like from the bottom of from its feet to like up to the tip top of its neck.
Yeah.
It was like 9 feet tall or something like that. But something that I always like is going to like zoos and stuff and taking photos of the animals, because some of my portfolio pictures are actually from like zoos, because some other local zoos in the area that I live in, they have like peacocks that walk around like just freely. And surprisingly enough, from what I understand, there's a zoo not too far from here that has like free roaming kangaroos in the Australian section, which I think is kind of dangerous. But it's like a huge zoo too. I'm sure they won't mind you petting it once, as long as you're not patting its face.
You such a hard time. I just had to get my hands on this, even if it meant blackmail. You understand, don't you? You see, I'm a reporter by day and an amateur jeweler by night. This elusive little beauty's gonna become a masterpiece. To make it up to you, I'll share a little scoop. That special coin you got? It commemorates the Oracle's ascension. That guy was tossing them out to everyone. Must have picked them up back in Niflheim. And speaking of freebies, here's one from me. Come back if you want to buy more.
I doubt a souvenir like that could make its way into the hands of an ordinary citizen.
Oh well, it's our pocket change now.
Let's learn from history and book a place this time.
Till next time, then.
I see a giraffe and I'm like, dinosaurs did it first. Or a spotted neck horse.
Out of service indeed.
As promised, I'm in the process of securing your ferry tickets right now. Told you, I'm a man of integrity. Should be smooth sailing from here. So let me know when you're ready to ship out.
I admit I didn't expect Dino to secure us a ship.
Well, must be pretty connected if he can pull some strings around an Imperial embargo.
Yeah, that guy's one artful artisan.
Okay, so let me look at my quests here. Because, right... I might do this one real quick, back at Hammerhead. Because that's one of the last... drawing. I can see, again, man, it's making me watch a lot of ads today. Hydrate that fabric. Yeah, like, I make sure to, like I said, I like to turn off the ads, like, I make them 30 seconds a piece, but I try to spread them out as much as possible, so it's like at the bare minimum. Because, like I said, I don't really care about the, monetization or anything. I just like to have fun and stream. I mean, it's a nice little bonus, but at the same time, like, you know, I try to make it as bare minimum as possible, so I do apologize at any point if the ads do interrupt the gameplay. But as a Twitch affiliate, it is a necessity. Yeah, that's why I'm going to go do that quest real quick, and then I'm going to come back here, because I'm only at 2 hours, and I've got 2 hours more to stream. Oh, hydrate that fabric. Oh, I read the chat message, but I didn't see the I just now read the redemption, so I will take a drink. The frustrating part for me is that if the stream freezes and I have to refresh it, Twitch insists on showing ads again. Yeah, and that does it to me too. Like whenever I'm like watching somebody else.
Everything in order.
Yeah, but I try my best to make sure that it's like not too obnoxious, and I spread it out like every hour to 2 hours, and it's only 30 seconds. But if you see any ads that are longer than 30 seconds, do let me know, and I'll try to fix that as much as I can. Yeah, I guess it won't let me fast travel. Yeah, because I get it. Like, I'll be honest, I have ad block on when I was monetized on YouTube, I didn't watch ads on my own videos, and I was monetized. So I hate ads just as much as everyone else does. But at least, like, for the most part, the ads that play aren't obnoxious like they used to be. Because, like, they're, like, I remember there was so many, like, ads that just immediately when they played, I just got instantly triggered. Like, especially the ones that have, like, the annoying songs in them. And thankfully, they're not playing, like, those crypto ads, like the Atlas Earth one that Vinesauce has been showing off, where it's, like, just TikTok filters and scammy stuff. I mean, if it's Taco Bell or Jedi Survivor, that's fine with me. I remember watching a streamer on Twitch and play ads completely inappropriate for the channel. The mobile games ads are my favorite because of the absurdity. Yeah, because they're just so... they're unrealistic and disingenuous. Yeah, that's the thing with, like, YouTube ads, too. Like, when you see, like, the YouTube advertisements, not necessarily the ones that are in videos, because those are generally, like, legitimate companies, but, like, the banner advertisements, they're usually always scams, because I don't know how Google Ads works, but I know that you, like, purchase, like, advertising space in certain websites, but Google doesn't really vet those very well. So, like, you'll get, like, an advertisement on a YouTube video that's like, play Minecraft for free, and then it's like this really super scammy site with, like, this fake Minecraft game that's a crypto miner. Oh man, it's unfortunate it's always that way, even back in the early 2000s. Yeah, like, and it's especially different because I've worked in, like, the advertisement industry before, like, because of the local news thing. Like, I've worked with advertisements, I've made advertisements before. And you really have to BS a lot of it. Because one trick that they taught me in, like, film class was make the trailer look better than the actual movie, and it's the same thing with advertisements. Try to make the product look better than the actual thing. I still remember the .exe name on Windows XP, playpickle.exe. When I was young, I got fooled by Play Mario 1 and got malware. That's the disadvantage of business model buying ads. Many places don't care how scammy your ad is as long as you pay for the space. Yeah, they don't vet it. Which is like, because like when I did the YouTube thing and I was monetized, I put ad block on. I had ad block on even on my own videos because I didn't like watching the ads. But one of the things that frustrated me was, like, sometimes in the comment section, people would, like, when I recorded, like, my screen for a video that I was talking about a certain thing or a game or a website or something, they'd be like, "Oh, you have ad block on this website, so and so." It's like I have ad block on everything, including my own content. It's like I don't care what it is. I just don't like ads. And spending $50 to spread your malware all over the internet is a good deal for the scammers. Yeah.
Ignis, pull over a sec.
Certainly.
Yeah, we don't even have to go all the way to the spot.
It should be a nice change of pace.
Yeah, because I've done, like, promotional ads for, like, products before. Like, I've done... Like, I did a bit for the Ridge Wallet once. I've done stuff for Cold as Water.
We're in the money. We're in the money.
Yeah, I've done like actual legitimate advertising before, but like for me it's just hard to be dishonest.
Got a tough one on our hands.
Jesus Christ. So you can help there, Ignis?
You're a lifesaver. Feisty little devils.
I stopped myself from swearing, but at the same time, I still
Gladio!
Try this!
gotta rethink my strategy here.
Octo, you're up! Nice work, Gladio!
That one saved the other one by sacrificing itself.
One time! Sure thing! Nice work!
Cool.
Huh.
I don't know, that kind of, like, it's weird, though, because since I'm kind of, like, on that train of thought, I've had situations like this. Little streamer says, "Hey, Cranberry, question for you. So I was wondering, suddenly forced to watch 7 advertisement add-ins, and I hear this, so what is your answer?" Yeah, that's why I try to make it as minimal as possible, because it's not about the money for me. It's about just having fun. Because that's why, another reason why I stopped doing the YouTube thing is that I lost the passion for it, because it started turning into a job, and people just had that expectation of me to be this professional journalist about things, and I couldn't be free. I wasn't free to be myself. But yeah, like, that's why I don't care about the ads. So, like, if it becomes obnoxious, let me know, and I'll try to
range of wares here.
Paradise for a
I'll try to
technophile
adjust
like
as
you.
necessary if I can. But that being said, though, that reminds me, like, sometimes when I'm feeling nostalgic, I'll, like, look at commercial compilations from, like, when I was a kid. Just because, like, there are certain commercials, like tunes and things, that you remember from when you were younger.
Sid's friends, was it? Nice work out there. Happy for you.
Like, Sock 'em Boppers, or, like, Bop It, or Hungry Hippos.
I can tell you
Like,
all
stuff
about
from, stuff like that. I remember those, and I like to, like, look back at those commercials and
These nasties here have been a real pain in the rear.
see, like, the things from that era of my life. Because, like, certain songs and commercials will, like, give you a certain feeling. I'm actually going to stay at the Caravan just because I don't have enough to stay at Golden Key.
You ready to rumble, Nut?
In King's Night? Oh yeah, I'm game.
In that case, I'll join you.
Okay, we're now at level 7.
Damn, this is a really good shot.
I made sure I got the Regalia's good side.
I'll save that one. Umbra, best boy. And I'm going to save the Kenny Crow. Because I can save up to 200 photos, so it's not like I'm really...
Not bad.
Struggling for space or anything. Okay, now that I've done the Caravan stuff, or the Caravan, after all these hunts, I can actually continue the story. Because, like, there's just a lot of stuff that I can do just in between, but, like, I wanted to get as much done as I could. Ironic that we feel nostalgic for commercials when back then we just wanted to skip them and get back to the show. Yeah, because back then I remember, like, when we watched commercials like that, again, we just wanted to get back to the show or the cartoon or what have you, but... and nowadays when, say, we're watching, like, Hulu or Netflix or something where we can't skip the ads unless we have a premium account or something.
Why, she's looking prettier than ever.
Thank you, Cindy. Okay, I should also probably save as well. So I will put it at... I'll overwrite slot 6. No, but like the commercials nowadays, I think it's also just because since I'm older and I see these advertisements and I just get annoyed because it reminds me of my old news station job. But like as a kid with those commercials, like I guess I just remember them more fondly because I remember not so much the commercial, but what happened after the commercial, where I got to see the show or a special episode, and it gives you that same feeling listening to a song that you haven't heard in a long time because it reminds you of a better place and time.
Comforting to see other people about.
So I don't think it's necessarily the commercial, but more so the feeling that it evokes, like a time frame in your life that you remember. But other times that's not necessarily the case because, again, sock and boppers, I loved those when I was a kid. And there was like these, I can't remember what they're called. They're like UFO frisbees, like they were like inflatable or something. I remember having one of those. Like they were gigantic frisbees. Yeah, like it's just that's the whole thing with my stream is like I like to partake in 90s and early 2000s nostalgia as much as I can, just because I like to. It was a happy time in my life, and I like to remember that time as much as I can. And of course, share those memories with all of you, and you know, we can all reminisce about stuff.
You guys ready to set sail?
Yes, Dino. Once you proceed, you'll be unable to return for some time. Are you sure you wish to
Already?
continue?
The ship won't arrive till tomorrow. How about you find a place to spend the night?
It's kind of early, isn't it?
Nah, it's cool.
Oh, man, I should have stayed at... Well, I should have waited, because I could have gotten more XP from that, but it's not a big deal. At least I didn't have to pay for it. So as a reminder, the movie takes place at the exact same time as this portion of the game. So this is a scene from the movie. Yeah, I think this is the one shortcoming of this game that I really don't like, is that the movie is almost required viewing. Yeah, and that character right there, General Glauca, we will not ever see in the entirety of the story, just to give you a little bit of a heads up. Yeah, and after this whole scene, I'll try to explain as best I can for those who aren't familiar with it, because there is a lot, and I hate that it's required viewing to really understand what's going on in the story. I think that's the biggest shortcoming. Yeah, we don't see General Glauca again, period.
Where's Specs?
Should be back any minute now.
Like I said, that's probably the worst shortcoming of this, is that for one, General Glauca doesn't play a plot part in this story at all, and then
what's that look for?
But let me just put it this way, he's just a pawn in a much greater story, so don't take that as like, oh, that we don't get to see the main villain. He isn't the main villain.
False. What? This your idea of a joke?
I need you to calm down so I can explain.
I'm as calm as I'm gonna get.
There was an attack. The Imperial Army has taken the Crown City.
As treaty room tempers flared, blast lit the night sky. When the smoke about the Citadel had cleared, the king was found dead.
No, wait. Hold on.
We had no way of knowing.
What? Knowing what?
That the signing was last night. That insomnia.
But the wedding! Altissia!
I know. That was the plan. Yet the reports of the invasion are all the same. How could every headline in the kingdom be wrong?
Or if they're written by Dino.
Lies.
If only.
What else do we know? Well, then we can't be sure until we see it with our own eyes.
And that means we go back to Insomnia.
Might not be safe for us there.
Might not be safe for us here.
Turn back.
Yeah.
Okay, so essentially what happened is, in that cutscene, that guy that was in the white, that was who pulled the gun on the king, was the Emperor of Niflheim, the country that they're at war with. Because, again, the whole thing is that they were doing a treaty, a peace agreement, but it was all fake. So, they ended up killing the king and
I hope everyone's
taking
okay.
over the Crown City.
A lot of good hoping's gonna do.
You mustn't lose faith.
Really? Can Faith stop a fleet of Imperial dreadnoughts?
Just give it a rest.
My old man had plenty of faith.
Enough.
The Empire lied. They betrayed us.
Conjecture gets us nowhere. We're searching for truth.
All you'll find are lies. Like that ceasefire.
Yeah, and I know that's kind of disappointing that we don't get to see General Glocka, the guy who killed the king, because that he's more of a movie character, but I want to be as honest and transparent about that part of the story as possible, because I can't exactly stream the movie to all of you.
Look at the size of those things.
Just because, like, it's kind of dumb that they need that for that added
Soldiers,
context.
namely the Magitech infantry.
The robots?
Mass-produced humanoid weapons of warfare, to be more precise.
Doesn't look like they'll be signing that peace treaty.
Yeah, it all happened as pretty much in one night, or in my case, like 3 or 4.
They've set up an inspection point.
If the road ahead's blocked, then we find a way around.
Also, technically, if I wanted to, I could just take the car and just go and attack all of those Imperial troops, but they're probably much higher level than me right now, so it wouldn't be recommended. Yeah, but to put into perspective, General Glocka, the guy who killed the king, is just a grunt in comparison to the rest of Niflheim. Like, the only thing that's important to his story is relegated to the movie plot, and how he is just a small part in a much bigger game.
Point up ahead.
There they are. Want to take them out?
Oh yeah. Those scrap heaps are gonna wish they had a treaty to protect them.
Get lost! See ya!
Here, I'm gonna take the crowbar. I'm gonna beat these Imperial troops with the crowbar. I mean, it's the weapon of choice against the denizens of Zen and Half-Life, and also the Combine Empire, so why not one more to that list? Oh, jeez, Noctis. Get into cover. Oh, it's because they were snipers. That's why they were doing so much damage.
Where do they keep coming from?
Can't imagine what it's like inside.
We should seek a vantage point. The hill.
Ooh, instant kill. Thanks, Gordon, for letting me borrow your crowbar, Gordon Freeman. Oh, there's still a ton of them alive. What?
So these are MTs.
Empty humanoid soldiers, soulless, impassive.
Ignis, you didn't have to correct him. They're at the end of the day, they're all cannon fodder. It's like, I don't need to know the specifics when I'm beating them with my lance. All I need to know is that they're hostile.
As the ceasefire discussions between the two nations, all provisional terms have been suspended in light of recent developments. Moreover, in the wake of the news of King Regis's death, we've now received word that Crown Prince Noctis and the Oracle Lunafreya have also been pronounced dead.
Keep it on. Don't bother!
Hello? Cor?
So, you made it.
The hell's going on?
Where are you?
Outside the city, with no way back in.
Makes sense.
Makes sense? Are you serious? What about any of this makes sense? The news just told me I'm dead, along with my father and Luna.
Listen, I'm heading out to Hammerhead. About the king. It's true.
Some of you may recognize Kor's
If you're
voice.
looking for the whole truth, you know where to find me. Get moving.
His phone is clipping through the hood.
Right.
What did the Marshal have to say?
Said he'd be in Hammerhead.
And the king?
And that's where our journey officially begins, right here. Because all that was just a little bit of fluff before the main story starts. So that you can consider to be the tutorial. Now, this is where the game actually starts. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the title just came up right now, because that's pretty much essentially what it is. It's like, this was the introduction. All of Chapter 1 was basically tutorial. Now we're in the actual game. But Kor, that character that he was talking to, he is played by Matthew Mercer. For those who are familiar with his voice, he is the guy who plays Jotaro Kujo in the English dub of JoJo. He's also McCree in Overwatch. And also Leon Kennedy in Resident Evil 6. And a ton of other roles. Imagine if they had some absurd alternate story where if you caught a big enough fish, the king doesn't die and you get a completely different quest. The quest to get the biggest fish. Or they just turn into a fishing competition between Lucis and Niflheim.
Don't suppose the Crown's Guard is still active.
I wouldn't count on it. Not with the Marshal out here.
I wonder how things are in the city.
There should be reports before long.
Yeah, something this big can't go ignored.
And what about us? What do we do?
We make for Hammerhead now, and figure the rest out later. Got a message from my sister. She's with refugees bound for Lestalem.
Well, at least Iris is okay.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like everyone else was so lucky, though.
We'd best make haste. Noct won't be dead forever.
No going back. Only ways forward.
No going back. Let's go.
Yeah, we're right back where we started. And Hammerhead. We're going to be seeing Hammerhead quite a bit.
Hey.
Glad y'all made it. No weather for driving, that's for sure.
Oh, thanks.
Where's Cor?
Left to see to business. And left y'all a message with Pawpaw.
Yeah?
Boss ain't sat still 1 second since he heard y'all were coming.
Is it wrong that I want to put a mod on the game so your car is a horse and carriage? No. I mean, it would fit with the fantasy setting.
Ain't never seen Pawpaw like this before. The pep's gone out of him like air from a tire.
I really like the Regalia, though. Like, it's a really nice car. Like, that was another crossover they did. I think it was for Forza Horizon. They added the Regalia as a car that you can use.
Crystal and the King's Ring. What they've been after all along.
So all talk of peace was merely a pretext.
Any more Final Fantasy is more sci-fi than fantasy. Yeah, it's not really fantasy.
They played my father for a fool.
Science fantasy.
Don't kid yourself. Reggie wasn't born yesterday. Lucius got dealt a losing hand, and your old man played it the best he could. He saw this coming a mile away, and he wasn't gonna go down without a fight. In the end, though, well, it just wasn't enough. You need something else, you talk to Cor. I can't even remember the last time I saw Reggie. Feels like a lifetime ago.
Some more context that needed. Sid was, essentially, if you were to count, like, the four of us as, like, the prince's party, Sid would have been one of King Regis's party. It's very hard to see, but... so he had, like, a group of 4 guys as well. So Sid was one of King Regis's crew. But I like how I can actually read this newspaper, too. Like, I can look at this and it's not just, like, the standard, like, default text. You can read it. The Golden Beacon, Insomnia Falls, Niflheim and Ceasefire, Caesar's Citadel. I can see some pictures of the Emperor, some scenes from the movie. Hello, Gladio.
Cora left a message. Said he'll wait for you in the tombs. They're to the northwest of here. That's a short ways past the outpost. Find that first. Interesting toy you got there.
This? It's just something we picked up after taking out some Imperials.
Well, I'll be Crown City made. If you like, I can make this puppy better. Give it more oomph.
How?
I can mod it for you.
Mod it?
Look, I got diddly squat to do what with Cindy taking care of the garage. If you can find the parts, I can do the work for you.
Thanks, Sid. Deliver metal scrap to Sid. I think there's actually some in the garage. Like, I mean, we're basically taking his own metal scrap and giving it back to him. Oh no, it's a high potion. Yeah, so Sid can actually upgrade Noctis's starting weapon, the Engine Blade, and make it more powerful and become one of the strongest weapons in the game. But I don't really have any scrap metal at the moment, so I'm going to stick with the Ragnarok for now, just because the extra Warp Strike power is really useful in comparison to the Engine Blade, which isn't very strong right now. Because I can use as much power as I can get, which reminds me, I actually have to go to my Ascension. So these, like, I'm just not really too worried about which ones I get right now, but just getting some of them is going to be useful. I don't really use wait mode really at all. So wait mode is kind of like a strategic mode where I can like pause the game essentially, and it will let me like think more tactically. But I never found myself using it really at all. Like they advertised it as like, oh, you like the turn-based aspect of Final Fantasy's classic experience? Well, have wait mode, but it really doesn't add too much. So I'm not going to really put anything into wait mode. Sure, that's probably a good one to have. Because I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the car, so that's probably going to be more useful than anything else right now. Yeah, because Chocobo races, I can't even do a Chocobo race right now. So having that early on will be good to get AP for.
Oh, well, if it ain't...
That's us.
Y'all want to fetch some edibles for me?
Why are you asking us?
Well, it's just an old Sid.
Sid?
Yep. Said I should give you all some work, don't matter what kind. Seeing as you boys can't go home for the time being.
Got us there.
So y'all gotta learn about the wider world. Now, if y'all can't find the stuff I need, it ain't no big deal, but it'd surely help me out if you could.
Obtain a Lucian tomato. Well, I hope you're all hungry, chat, because we're going to be hunting for some food.
Another test from the
wow,
old man.
that's far away. That's literally like a mile and a half. Okay, so that's the main quest that I need to do. So...
Sure is hard on us.
I think he's worried about us.
He wants us to prove that we can make it out here.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go back to my car and have Ignis take me there. Because I think the only other thing that I can do right now are hunts, and those aren't necessarily like required by the story, but they do help to get me some levels in. So I'll take the Regalia to... I have to go all the way to Golden Key for that? Okay.
They will have...
Passed down through the line of Lucian kings, the ring empowers those of the blood and smites the unworthy. Its whereabouts is unknown since the death of King Regis.
Indeed. Merely a question of when.
Oh, so I just...
The crystal's gone.
The bastards took it all.
And we'll take it back.
This is far from over.
There's just so... Now that I'm playing this for, like, the first time again, I see how much added context is necessary from the movie that they just don't explain, which is disappointing. Okay, let's get a Lucian tomato.
We hope to see you again. Cut it out, man. Just what Taco ordered.
Yeah, took care of that pretty quickly.
Not much of a job.
The roads are perilous at night. Let us wait for morning.
Sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Luckily, there's a camp... Well, I don't think there's a caravan up here that I can use. Oh, yeah, there is. Because I can't afford to stay at the Golden Key right now. So I've got to go to the caravan, which is like really cheap to stay at, which I mean, it still gives me an XP boost, but not like significant.
Master Sid.
Hello?
Sheesh, thought I'd never get through. Good to hear your voice, Highness. You recognize mine, don't you?
Screw off, Dino.
Right, the jeweler.
Got that right. The best around. Listen, I've been
I thought you
worried
said you
about
were an
how you
amateur.
guys are doing. How's about you drop by Galden and mingle for a bit?
We'll think about it.
Yeah, I'd rather not, because like I said, I don't want to be around reporters right now. I'm gonna go deliver that ingredient to Taka, and then maybe we'll talk, Dino. Yeah, because some of these quests don't really add too much to the story, or like at all, or like they don't give you too much incentive, and some of them are repeatable, which later on in the game that becomes a real issue, is that some of these repeatable quests become really common, which isn't a big deal,
See that
but
we buy no more than we need.
at the same time.
You my mother or something?
Mum's the word.
But for this game and all the flaws that it does have, especially like telling certain things, like the introduction I think is probably its weakest point, so that's why I definitely want all of you to stick around, because it gets really, really good later on.
a bite to eat. Things I can tell you. Y'all hungry? Want to help out with some varmints?
Looks like a Grimer.
You boys are a brave bunch. Take care.
You know what? I think I might do that hunt while I'm here.
What can I do you for?
Because I'd rather be doing this hunt than doing something for Dino.
These
'Cause
nasties here have been a real pain in the rear.
he's just going to ask me to get like minerals or something. Join the hunt and then wait until nightfall.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Stay alert.
Now the recommendation is for me to be level 15, but I mean I've already bitten off more than I can chew with a lot of these enemies anyway, so I may as well just keep going as far as taking out these enemies. So it's not too far from here, but I should probably take the Regalia, because at nighttime Ignis refuses to drive, because the way that the world of Eos works is that while the world is generally like a really, well, safe place,
The roads are perilous at night. Let us wait for morning.
take over.
I'll take the wheel from here.
So be it. I only ask you keep the recklessness to a minimum.
So while this world is relatively safe, at night in Eos, that's when the demons come out, which is why there's so many like UV lights and all, like everything is just so bright at night. It's not just for like artificial light and like all that. There's an actual reason behind it. There's a method to the madness. It's because at night, that's when the demons of Eos come out. So everything has to be like lit up to prevent them from coming and attacking settlements. And that it's kind of just almost discouraged to travel at night because of that. But it's just faster for me to take the car than to walk there. And I don't think I'm gonna run into...
Was that what I think it was?
Looked demonic to me.
Why here? Why now?
I don't
Perfect
know,
timing.
and I don't want to find out.
Same here. I say we step on it.
Okay, well, where to go?
Attack engine. It's close.
Oh, it's just Imperials. Okay, I can make a stop here. Okay, so it looks like they just dropped off a garrison of troops, so I'm gonna go attack them.
Last thing I need now. Mouth closed.
Don't die on me.
So another thing I would like to note for Final Fantasy 15, there is a multiplayer mode for this game, but it is, unfortunately, it's not in the sense where, like, oh, I can take over Noctis or so on. Like, the multiplayer mode is you create your own character essentially, and it's fun, but it's very limited in scope, and it's not something that you would buy just Final Fantasy 15 for. And the primary bit of that multiplayer is essentially demon hunting. And it also explains certain story bits later on, but it's not necessary to enjoy it. But the thing with fighting the demons, though, is that the demons give you some of the best XP fighting them. So, like, it is discouraged early on to go out at night. But you get some of the best XP because, again, you fight the demons.
You hear that?
It's that guy again. But I'm going to avoid rescuing that guy for now, and I'm going to go take out this garrison of Imperial troops because, I mean, we've already got a bone to pick with the Imperials. So we may as well take out why they're dropping off troops here. I don't know, but we're going to take them out. Oh, they even got some Magitech, too.
Here goes.
I have literally a breath book on me. Nice. Oh my god. No. No, no, no. Sorry if that was a little loud for you, chat. I don't know my own voice sometimes, but no, I am not fighting an Iron Giant right now. For one, that movie already makes me emotional. I don't need to be reminded of it. Well, if you were wondering what was going on if some of you have been listening to this like more of a podcast, well, there you go. You know what? I'm gonna try it. Oh, there's two of them.
Enemy on your left.
Got it.
How about I just run towards the Regalia and pretend that I never saw them? Because I could probably... And there's more Magitechs. You know what? I'll fight these MTs again.
Enough talk. Time for some action.
Okay.
I'm just glad that those Iron Giants are more focused on fighting the Imperials than they are fighting me. No, no.
Excuse me.
Okay, now's the time to run. Oh, that was close. I mean, I could definitely try fighting them at this point, and I would only attempt that if you wanted me to, chat, but I definitely don't think that I could take two of those things on right now. But at the end of the day, it's all up to you, chat. Like, I'll do what... well, I guess I've got no choice because one of them just spawned in front of me.
The odds are against us. Bring it on.
This is gonna be my moment of glory. Come on.
One false move and we're done for.
Just keep it together, Prompto.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be my moment of glory just yet.
Keep it together.
Run for the car! Yeah, I like how they're still over there, and technically it can still see them, but okay. Because we gotta go fight a Jumbo Flan, which looks like a Grimer. Also, Prompto needs some healing too.
Yep.
I mean, I got some good XP from fighting those Magitech troopers, but at the same time, like, I mean, I'm only like level 8, so I don't think I could take on a level 30 Iron Giant right now. Later on, I can, but just not right now. Jeez. I am really having a hard time. I'll just stay up here for a little bit. Because the more I stay up here, the more my AP bar fills up.
Don't do anything I would. Same to you.
Gladio.
Here, you take care of it, Gladio. You've got the bigger sword.
Watch out! Ignis! Alright, boys, we're in the home stretch.
Yeah, I think I'm satisfied trading the Iron Giants for this thing. It's still tough, but it's not tough enough to where I can't fight it no matter what I try. There we go. And I'm gonna warp strike up there to get my points back. Alright, now that we've done that, let's move on and pretend that this night never happened. But as you can see now, chat, that's exactly why I can't just go out at night like this willy-nilly, because of things like that happening. Because sometimes you'll get some of the weaker demons, like those fireball things that I fought earlier. Other times you run into Iron Giants, or even Red Giants, which are even stronger. So there is XP incentive to do it later on in the game, but in the very early portions, it's definitely not recommended. Which is why Ignis pretty much refuses to drive at night. But luckily, whenever you drive, even though you do have some control, it does keep you kind of on the right, like, it keeps you automatically in the right lane so you don't crash or anything. That is a Red Giant. I'm gonna see if I can drive past it. Or just run it down.
Not a lucky day.
We got company.
Well, misery loves company.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go off-road and just run to Hammerhead. There's no way. Like, the Iron Giants were bad enough, but that guy is like... he's like 12 levels stronger. So I'm just gonna have the Regalia towed to Hammerhead, and let's just... yeah. Eno has fought some very strong enemies in various games, but I'm not gonna fight an Iron Giant at level 8 when that thing is level 42. Oh, and they're chasing me too, which is even better. Yeah, that's a no from me, Chief. Hey, there's treasure out here, too. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to stay at the caravan, and then I'm going to have the car towed here, and then I'm going to go see Core. Because since I've just got an hour left, I'm going to try to do as much story bits as I can, because I've done a lot of the same repeating stuff for the first 3 hours of the stream. So I do want to do some of the story bits so we get a little bit more into Noctis' story, because, I mean, we can bond with him as a character like this pretty well, but I do want you all to see kind of more of... those who have not seen this game before, I want you to see, like, why I like Noctis as a character and more of the bits.
Hey, isn't that...
Isn't what?
Just my imagination.
There was also, okay, so I'd have to quit the game to do that, because there is a character that I do want to show chat, that you don't really see him in gameplay much, but he's the tutorial, like, he's the character that really, like, showcases the combat tutorials. So let me see. Okay, so I would actually have to leave the game and come back in and do that, so... Just to get a little bit, like, just because I want to show that character, because he's one of my favorite characters in any Final Fantasy game, I'm going to introduce you to Carbuncle. He is the tutorial master in this game, and he is adorable. This is Carbuncle! He is a Fennec Fox. His ears are bigger than mine. Oh, he's so cute. So I'll do practical drills, just because I'm not gonna do like any of the tutorial stuff, because I know all of this for the most part. But I just wanted all of you to see Carbuncle, because I absolutely love Carbuncle. Practice crafting and casting spells. Okay. Is he just gonna give me everything? I think we'll go with fire. I guess I'll just go with fire for now. Because, like, I'm still... Tab. Okay, that just brought up my... Okay. Do I just, like... So do I... Oh, I have to equip it to a item slot. That's why it wasn't working. Haha, yes, burn! Not you, Noctis. Incinerate! Ooh, that was cool. One more. Okay, so that's just, it's gonna probably respawn the enemies every time. Now, I don't want to quit the game, I just want to go back to my save file. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce you all to Carbuncle. He's just the most adorable character in this entire game, and I love him to bits. If I had a plushie of him, just like with a Cupel plush, I would be a very, very happy spirit. Just having like a Cupel plush and then a Carbuncle plush would be nice. Which, to Sega and Overworks' credit, there was a Cupel plush that was actually made. But it is probably nearly impossible to find nowadays. Because I think it was made for like a special edition of the game or something when it released in Japan for Eternal Arcadia. And there are Carbuncle plushes, but you can only really find them in like, they were vending machine exclusives that you can only find, or in claw machines basically. And I think they were only in Japan. Which I find really disappointing because I'd love to have a Carbuncle plush. I was just talking about how I switched this to my SSD. Okay, there we go. Port back to a tipster that I nearly died fighting an Iron Giant.
You boys eating your fill? No surprises.
Hey, that's a lot of money. I can almost stay at Golden Key.
What can I do you for? If y'all liked it, come on back.
So, with that, I'm gonna go... Well, first I've got to tow the Regalia back here. Let me see, how do I tow it back here? Map. Oh, I can just return to the car. So there's really no point in me towing it back here unless I wanted to do something in Hammerhead.
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
We'll see for ourselves in time.
Okay, so we're gonna go meet with Matthew Mercer, Jotaro, Leon, McCree, and Core.
This is far from over.
Oh, hey, it's actually got like songs from Kingslave, which I guess that makes sense. But it's like, you know, I feel like they really could have done a better job at like explaining the Kingsglaive stuff. I know I'm kind of going on about that, but oh, hey, that somebody needs their car fixed.
Magitech engine. It's close.
Really? Now? I'm just helping this poor,
Thank goodness you're here.
this poor gentleman
My
with
car's
his
stuck.
car. You need a repair kit to fix this car. Okay. I think I can actually just buy a repair kit from my car. Because the Regalia has a shop option for some reason.
This'll be quick.
But I guess I've also got to take out these Magitech troops that are harassing... Why are they level 16? And they're all snipers. Or at least most of them are.
Try this!
Prompto's barely hanging on.
Yeah, I think I've got a Mega Elixir. I mean, I'm not complaining because I'll get some good XP, but at the same time, it's like, I didn't expect the Imperials at this level to hit me this early. Like, we're literally causing a roadblock at this point. It's like, yep, just another day in Eos where these superpowered magical entities and enemies are being fought by a boy band, essentially. Next week, we're gonna have a band of air pirates that just come out of nowhere and start talking about, like, flying ships or something. Oh, there's still one more.
That was a close call.
Okay, so yeah, the Regalia has a shop feature for some reason. So where is this money coming from, or these items coming from, and where are we sending this money? So I'm gonna buy quite a few high elixirs, because those are probably actually more useful than... Oh, I think I bought too much. Whoopsies. Well, I guess I can sell some of these treasures and stuff that I've got. I'm keeping that scrap because I need that for Sid. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure where I can fetch the repair kit at. I think that's something that I have to buy at, like, Hammerhead or something. Because I can't buy it at the shop on the Regalia, so I'm just gonna have to. That guy's gonna have to wait until I find one. I mean, at this point, just call, like, Enterprise or whatever, like, to pick you up. So I think, like, to find a specific song, I've just got to cycle through them. I don't think I can actually find a, I don't think I can actually, like, pick an album and just play it. I have to go through each individual song until I find the one that I want. Here, we'll do Bombing Mission from Final Fantasy VII, because that's a good one. I mean, we're only going to hear, like, the first few notes before I hit my mission objective, but it's still good to always hear the song. Who knows, maybe this shop up here will have a repair kit, and on the way back I can help that guy out.
And this must be the outpost Sid mentioned.
It looks like a hub for hunters.
Maybe they know something.
Hey, what are you after this time?
None of what you're offering, apparently.
I'll see you later.
Your Highness, I'm glad you're safe.
Monica, where are all the others?
Most of the Crown's Guard didn't make it. It was all we could do to escort Lady Iris out of the city. Dustin is with her as we speak, seeing her the rest of the way to Lestalem.
I owe you guys big time.
Head for the Royal Tomb. The Marshal awaits.
Across the land, Silblossoms from Tenebrae can be seen displayed in memoriam, with no
Growing seismic activity has shaken Duscae of late. A number of tremors, which locals refer to as Titan snoring.
It's your vacation. Why settle for anything less than the absolute best in comfort at the LaVille? Enjoy 5-star service and make your next getaway unforgettable. Call us to reserve your slice of paradise. Level up your life at the LaVille Hotel.
Level up your life at the LaVille Hotel. Make your reservation today.
Meldacio Hunter HQ would like to remind you that in these troubled times...
So those out on the road at dusk should...
You've issued an advisory to all travelers.
That we did. We're asking everyone to keep indoors coming.
I don't know, it's just so funny that I'm wearing this outfit and it just kind of like clashes with everything that everyone else is wearing. But it just shows you that Noctis is unique just among, like, even people he's around.
First, the Crown City, then Hammerhead, then the Royal Tomb?
His nickname should have been Kor the Restless.
Somehow not as catchy as Kor the Immortal.
Making it out of Insomnia only adds to his legend.
Well, fortune favors the bold.
Huh?
The wise make their own luck.
You think it's a coincidence he's made it out of all those battles alive?
No, I just think that he's really skilled, especially because he's got Matthew Mercer as his voice actor with so many other people. He's got the luck of literally Jotaro Kujo, Leon Kennedy, McCree, and just every other character that he's voiced, and that's only the 3 that I can think of on top of my head. Looks like the remains of a battle long past. It's like a tank in one of those drop ships over there. But since I've got that, like, stamina thing, I can just infinitely sprint. I mean, I still have to worry about, like, magic points for my Warp Strike, but I can sprint infinitely with this accessory that I have on. Which, honestly, I might keep this accessory on for the most part. World power emanates from the statue of the Founder King. Okay, so how do I get over there? I mean, I would imagine I've got to, like, climb up here. Oh, I see.
Curiosity may bring you to the door, but no further.
Huh? Look!
There's a door.
What is this place?
It appears to have been a shelter.
People lived here?
Those seeking refuge from war, most likely.
Wars. Huh. What are they good for? Wonder if anyone's
Absolutely
still
nothing.
living here.
So, I don't think this is the room I'm supposed to go in. I think that's a dungeon that I can do later. A fantasy based in reality. Hey, welcome to the stream, Specs. Good to see ya. You came at a good time, because for the first bit, I was kind of doing like a lot of the side stuff and just hunting and doing bounties, but now I'm actually focusing on the story bits. So I'm actually doing the exciting stuff now. Because this game is really fun, but it has a very slow start, I think. Okay, let me see. Zoom in, page... Okay, there's a pathway right there that I can take. I was literally going the wrong way the entire time. Or as Cranberry put it, Final Fantasy is becoming more sci-fi than fantasy, so it's becoming more of a... what was it? Science fantasy? Okay, I just saw that little... Okay, I guess I'm just not there yet. Right here. Ooh, what's that?
Wonder what drew him to the Royal Tomb.
Trouble with curiosity. Makings and uses. One way to find out.
Prompto's probably the only one that's going to be able to hit that thing. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
No use hanging around here.
Indeed.
I'm just so used to having so much more magic power that I just use up all of my MP with just using the Warp Strike to move around the map. And then when I'm actually in battle, I run out of it immediately because I keep forgetting. Not to mention the Ragnarok uses a ton because it has a special ability that gives me bonus damage for a Warp Strike.
Let's be done with this riffraff.
Oh, point warp.
Want some?
There we go.
Marshal.
At last, Your Highness.
Yeah. Wanna tell me what I'm here for?
The power of kings passed from the old to the new through the bonding of souls. One such soul lies before you. To claim your forebear's power is your birthright and duty as king.
My duty as king of what?
Now is not the time to question your calling. A king is sworn to protect his people.
And yet he chose to protect only one prince. Was that his calling? Forsake the masses to spare his own son?
How long will you remain the protected? The king entrusted the role of protector to you.
Entrusted it to me? Then why didn't he tell me that? Why did he stand there smiling as I left? Why? Why did you lie to me?
That day, he didn't want you to remember him as the king. In what time you had left, he wanted to be your father. He always had faith in you, that when the time came, you would ascend for the sake of your people.
Guess he left me no choice.
I guess that shows you, like, with Noctis, like, when a situation like that happens, you're never ready for it.
Goes with you, Your Majesty.
Like, the opportunity or whatever hits you, and I don't think you can ever really prepare for that kind of thing, like a destiny like this. Like, it just happens, and you have to do it. Royal arms are mystical weapons embodying the power of the rulers of old, usable only by Noctis. These weapons are incredibly powerful, but cost HP to wield. Try not to get carried away and have curatives such as potions on hand to bring Noctis out of danger. Note that the royal arms do not include link strikes. I'll be honest with you, chat, I hardly ever used the royal arms when I played this on my first playthrough. Because the HP thing was just a big turnoff for me. They're very powerful. In fact, they're some of the most powerful weapons in the game. But at the same time, I never felt the need to really use them because of the HP bit. And I think that really turned me off from using them.
That's not the only power your forebears left you. Your journey's just begun. Another tomb lies close by. I suggest you head there next. There are tombs scattered across the land. All are on dangerous ground. I'll go with you, for the time being. Not only to help, but to get a measure of your strength.
So, just how many of these powers are out there?
There are 13 known royal arms, each enshrined at a royal tomb. Very few. I've enlisted the help of the hunters. They combed the land in search of the lost tombs.
Where's the one nearby you mentioned?
Beacatrin Trench. We know they're the deep inside the tunnels.
You haven't lost your edge one bit, Marshal.
So this bit right here where Cor has joined our party. So occasionally we'll have a fifth party member that joins. That happens to different characters will play that role throughout the story, but right now Cor is a temporary party member. There are glitches to actually get them as a permanent party member, but there are certain characters that just come and go. And Cor is one of them because his whole shtick is that he has people to protect, so he can't join us on our journey. But he'll join us at various points where he will be an ally. And just see how much HP he has compared to us.
Years ago, we waged a fierce battle here against the Empire. It all went to ruin. And after that, the Empire moved in like it owned the place.
I mean, they feel like they own the place right now, because just look, there's one that's literally sighting me down.
Take a mat on, or sneak up from behind. The choice is yours.
Oh, one of them's on a machine gun.
Look out. I thumbed it.
Never miss!
Brilliant.
No big deal.
Who's sighting me down? Okay.
The Magitech armor. Dangerous. This particular model poses a mild to the short version. Something dangerous. Marshall.
Ignis, why do you have to be like so analytical in the midst of battle? It's like all I need to know is it's a threat. I need to take it out. I don't need to know like where it was manufactured, where like what its like armor type is. Just tell me what to do to destroy it.
Game's up.
Okay.
You all right?
Yes, sir. I'm fine, sir.
Oh hey, they have those tanks too. Or mech suits, whatever you want to actually, like the proper terminology. I mean, I'm turning into Ignis even though I told him just to not be so specific about everything.
No slacking off, Gladio.
Don't you think you're a little close? Keep your distance.
Let's get Core to do something. Wow, you completely destroyed that crate, Core. That's amazing. To destroy crates instead of fighting the enemy? Sure. I mean, I appreciate the help, but that was literally all that was just some dramatic flair that Core did. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do, an upper slice attack and just hit that box, I guess. Okay, so I guess I was in the right place, I just wasn't supposed to come here just yet.
Here's where we go our separate ways. Take this key. It unlocks the doors to the other tombs. Seek them out and lay claim to the power they hold. You'll need it.
And what will you do?
Keep an eye on the Nifs. Find out what they're up to. But you should focus on your own task.
I will. You take care.
He was part of my party for like all of 5 minutes. Like, you literally couldn't have followed us into the tomb, Core. Like, that was too much for you.
Huh. What's this? The cable. Wonder where it leads. Don't like the look of that ceiling.
Yeah, long overdue for some TLC.
Sure, hope it holds up.
Yeah, so around Eos, there's going to be a lot of these, like, out-of-the-way dungeons and stuff, because, like, the open world really encourages you to look for places like this that are hidden amongst, like, different areas. And some of these dungeons get really confusing later on.
I hate that noise. What was that? If it's all the same to you guys, I'd rather not get buried alive.
Yeah, let us be quick.
I can feel eyes on us. The second we turn our backs, bam!
Quit being a wuss.
I mean, fair enough, Gladio. Oh no, I think I have to turn the power on here.
Hello? Anybody home? I'm coming. Ever wonder if people, like, died here? Maybe... I don't know.
Whatever it is.
I'm just like...
It's playing with us.
Hey, wait. Need to brace for this.
It's like I'm moving so fast that Prompto just cannot keep up with his dialogue.
Bummer. It's locked.
Oh, doesn't even open, huh? Got worked up for nothing.
Okay, so if that's
It
locked...
came from there. What is it now?
I can already tell I'm gonna get lost in here. Or get smashed by falling rocks. That works too. I don't know, like, as has been evidenced by, like, Skies of Arcadia and other games, like, I get lost a lot. Like, it could be a simplistic path, and I will lose my way.
What is it?
That wasn't there before. Never knew what hit him.
So I'll showcase the first-person mode for a bit. so been over here. So let me try going forward.
Onward.
Yeah, so the first person mode's really weird. Like, I like it, and it's cool to see like some of the detail, and it's interesting. But at the same time, I just don't feel like I'd be using this consistently, just because it's a little too awkward, I think.
First time through here, right?
Looks it.
Because it's like we're playing like a fantasy game in first person.
A dead end.
I could have sworn this was it.
I'm going all out.
Just don't let you get away. Sure want to talk.
Oh, hey, I can use the crowbar in first person, so it's almost like we're playing Half-Life. But as you can see, it's not really the best implementation of first person. It's cool, but it's kind of more of a gimmick than anything else. Just because, like, you just lose so much, you lose so much of your vision, your visual aspect of it when you do that. Like, your sense of awareness is not as good as it could be because of how much is going on, and when you're in first person, you lose that third person awareness. Okay, cool. Elixir.
Nice! Another one. Can't stop now.
What can I say?
Here goes nothing!
Okay, is this a generator or is this just a trash can? Okay. Oh, power.
Hey, you want to watch where you're going?
Oh. You need a key.
Well, since the lights are on, I think that might discourage the demons from popping up. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, I have a hard time believing that an abandoned shelter like this, and just a random generator there, would still have gas in it that would work.
Wait, hear that?
Like, because gas does not last forever, especially if it's, like, stored in a generator underground like that.
Nothing.
That's weird.
Is this like a bathroom or shower?
Yeah. Just can't take it.
Oh, great, spiders. Boo,
right.
Prompto,
Ooh,
just boo.
This looks promising.
In an ominous sort of way.
Stay sharp.
And that's a dead end. I mean, now that the lights are on and I can use the... and the doors are unlocked, it shouldn't be as too tricky. What is that?
Time for some action.
You know what? I'm actually going to use some of my fire magic. So let me put that what crowbar is.
Good work, guys in the dark. Be nice to brighten things up here.
Biggie, look out.
Uh-huh. Gladio, do it!
Try this!
It's like a spider lady.
Alright, boys, we're in the home stretch.
Ignis!
It's over.
Oh, if I could stay at Golden Key, I might get a pretty decent amount of XP haul from this. But it'd be pretty much all of my gil in order to do that. So I guess I kind of have to weigh the costs. Like, do I want to get a really good XP boost, or do I want and have no gil, or save my gil and get a minimal XP boost? So that's a decision.
That's weird.
The hell?
Oh, this must be the tomb here. Tomb of the Conqueror. I also find it a little bit weird that there's a skeleton key for all of these ancient tombs. Like, I'm sure there's probably copies that have been made, like to be given to royal officials, but at the same time, it's like, I think it's kind of weird that there's a key for every single tomb of these kings. So it's like when a new king dies and they make a new tomb, it's like, oh, this key works for that too. Papanati, see ya. Oh, well, see you later, Dio. Good to have you here. Hope you have a good rest of your night. Always great to have you here. But yeah, it's like it's kind of weird that each of them has the same key.
More or less. At this rate, he'll soon rival his father's legacy.
The copycat king.
Out of line.
Well, what's it like?
Like I've got some tricks up my sleeve.
No need to put on a magic show for us.
But it never hurt to practice.
Let's just return to the entrance.
Huh?
Yeah?
Finally picked up. Thought I'd lost another king.
Just busy building my arsenal.
Good to hear. I have a task for you. The Empire's begun construction of a new base along the road west to Diskai. I need you to put it out of commission. If left unchecked, it will cost us access to the west and all the royal tombs that lie beyond. I believe you've met Monica. She can fill you in on the details. Go see her.
What's up?
People to see, bases to burn. Let's go see Monica at the outpost.
Okay, so I think I know exactly what my stopping point will be, because I think that bit where it gets to go destroy the base will be a good stopping point.
Hard to miss an ominous thing like that.
It'll be easy taking down a whole stronghold.
Can we really do this?
Marshall believes we can. So the boss does. But first things first.
Right. Let's head back
That thing is level 34. Why did I attack it?
My pleasure.
There you go, Ignis.
Thought we lost you for a second.
Yeah, if I just keep doing... What? Oh, it attacked me right as I was in the middle of my warp strike.
I think we're in for a fight.
I'll try my best, but no guarantees. Yeah, I think I need to flee. So, that way I can give Ignis a potion. Oh, he needs an elixir. Ignis? Okay. It took him just a minute to actually figure out that he was taking an elixir. I mean, I probably could have fought that thing, but like, it just seeing how easily it took out Ignis made me a little concerned, because I don't have a lot of healing items at the moment, and I don't want to waste them all on just one enemy. Plus, now that I realize it, it's nighttime, so I gotta really be careful.
Man, who knew Cor was such a badass?
I'm just glad he's on our side.
Okay, so where's Monica? There's Monica.
Your Highness, the Marshal has apprised me of the plan. We've found a back door into the Imperial base. I'll mark the route on your map. The way is secure. You should be able to gain entry relatively easily.
Another settlement needs our help. I'll mark it on your map. I still have memories of Fallout 4
How are
from
you today?
frickin' Preston Garvey. Okay, so she's got kind of like basic stuff, but I think it might be worthwhile to buy a couple elixirs, because
Thank you.
they'll heal me, but they'll also make sure, like, because whenever I get into danger, I can still get my health back, but it'll take away my max HP until I use an elixir. So it's almost more recommended to use an elixir than a high potion in some instances.
Bye now.
For nighttime, you sure have a lot of energy there, saleswoman.
The roads are perilous at night. Let us wait for morning.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah,
Agnes.
sounds good.
I learned my lesson earlier in the stream not to do that, so... Luckily, there's a caravan right across the ways. Won't give me as much XP, but it'll still give me a 1.2% bonus.
Woohoo! About time!
Level 12.
Core.
See, this picture right here is how I feel like when I'm at a restaurant with like friends or something, and I just can't figure out what to say, and I'm just feeling awkward. I'll look like this, just with my head down like that, and I'll be like, when I'm thinking of something to say, or like somebody's talking to another friend. That's usually what I'm like at a restaurant. Okay, now I can head to the blockade. Because I think this next bit is a boss battle, if I remember correctly. I don't remember if it was here or later.
She's one of my father's best, along with Dustin, who's guarding my sister.
Good to know we still have people we can count on outside the city.
Oh hey, we were just talking about giraffes earlier, so here's some giraffes. Or at least things that look like giraffes. Now, because they're innocent and they're not hostile, I'm not going to attack them, but I'm just going to observe them from a distance. They are an axe. Anak. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Okay, do I go behind it or in front of it? Because the car can't get through there, so I guess I go around. I just don't want to attack these things or get into battle with them because they're not hurting anything. I mean, I realize that they're game characters. No, Noctis, don't hit them.
I'll circle around.
Oh, great. Now I'm stuck in battle. I'm not gonna have any part of that, so here I'm gonna get out of battle because I would feel bad if I killed those things because they're not doing anything wrong. They're just okay. Well, I guess now they're hostile, so I have no choice.
Chop chop. How about this? Gladio!
Whose side are you on?
Sorry!
getting that one knocked.
Gladio, do it! How are we holding up?
I feel so bad, but because I can't exit battle while they're there, I have no choice.
What's the best way to hurt these things? Suck. No, you
Are you happy now, game, that I just killed, like, deer giraffe things? Because I'm not happy about that. I didn't want to hurt them, but they decided, like, oh, well, you're not going to be able to do this until you're out of battle.
Prince Noctis, please join the Marshal up ahead. The rest of you will assist me in the diversionary effort.
I'll see you guys later.
You go give them hell. We'll do the same on our end.
Hey, I got Core back in my party. Because I think I remember seeing somebody who, like, hacked this game in order to get, like, 6 or 7 party members with every available, like, temporary party member. Which would be absolutely insane.
Once we're in, we launch our ambush, pushing out while support pushes in, crushing the enemy from both sides.
I do like the design of the Imperial troops, though.
Remember, a king fights with dignity.
I'll get right on that.
They're like, they wear, like, kind of like a knight's armor-esque thing, but it's like a modern interpretation of it, in a way. It's like fantasy, like, modern knight soldier thing. I don't know how to describe it, really. It's just really, it's a really cool design.
It's a little easier with Core around.
Don't get used to it. I've been gone before you know it.
Thanks for letting us know, Core.
Got it.
Ooh, that was cool. I've also set myself on fire.
Marshal.
Wow, Core, you actually can hit something when you put your mind to it.
You'll get there with experience.
Is there anything I can point more? There we go.
Will the others be all right on their own?
Worry will only compromise your focus.
Yeah.
So my thing is, why are these Imperials just like spread out in all these? Well, I guess they're trying to like they're guarding it and they're just covering the ground. But at the same time, I just find it a little weird that they're all just in this abandoned building. I mean, I understand like op security, but at the same time,
Marshal.
You'll get there with experience.
Walk through the park.
So it should be. Otherwise, you'd only get in everyone's way.
Could have gone it alone if I wanted.
That mentality could prove your undoing, Highness.
are the Imperials even people? The way most of them move, I always figured they were automata. So some of them are human, some of them are not. So the Magitech troopers, like the Axemen, are people, or are not people. And then the Imperial troops, those are people. Some of them are, and then some of them are cyborgs or like fate or automatons.
Knocked.
So like those ones that they just killed,
It's good to see you again.
most of them were probably
All right on
either
your end?
human or
Right as
cyborgs.
rain. The Nifs couldn't take their eyes off us.
Thanks to you, we were spared their attention.
Stay right where you are. Well, well, if it isn't Kor the Immortal. So, you survived the Citadel. But you won't survive what I have in store for you. It's past time your legend came to an end.
And we got Loki. If you like mech suits, this is your game.
Hey, Marshall. How about you show us how it's done?
No whipping out. Let's move.
Yeah, so the one I'm fighting right now, those are all essentially cyborgs. Oh, wow. Homing rockets.
Got it.
Alright. Best that I get out of his line of fire.
I know.
But it's better for me to take out these Imperial snipers first, so they're just gonna harass me while I try to fight Loki.
Marshall. Popped up.
The gloves are off! No more fun and games!
Like this.
Enough of this!
You'll get there with experience.
Ragnarok. Shit, he stomped on me.
Okay.
I used a Prompto when I meant to do Brighness, but it's okay, I've got plenty.
No! This can't be happening! In the name of Nibelheim!
Need attention. Marshall. Ponto, you're up. Whoa.
You'll get there with experience.
Prompto took him out with that gunshot.
To the Empire!
Okay, so that did damage to me, but everyone else is just fine. So, Noctis.
Impressive. Seeing you in action puts my mind at ease. It's clear I don't need to worry anymore. I'll return to watching the Nifs. Till next time, take care.
Pretty good sizable XP from that. I mean, I did just take out an entire true commander. I'm doing